Shout. Always Irish. Shout. Always Irish. Shout. Sometimes it's good to just yell about football. What are you doing? Don't do this to me, Harry. The Ohio State. It's Ohio State. What do you mean, the? It's a poison. I almost stroked out and died over it. I'm glad to be at the party. I'm mad we're this late. You ain't a captain of nothing but a sinking ship. That helps the defense without them even doing a damn thing. Doing a damn thing. The call-in line. 312-988-15. You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Irish. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Irish. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, everybody. This is the one you've all been waiting for. This is the one I've been thinking about for a long, long time. When Johnny Boy came up with the idea to have a call-in show, he was envisioning moments and nights like this, okay? Something special's in the works. Something special's going on, folks. And I'm happy to be here with you to work out the nerves together, baby. This is bigger than what I thought. I knew it was going to be big. It's bigger than what I thought. It just is. All right. So we got a lot to cover tonight. And by a lot, I mean a lot. I have stuff to cover. We may have a guest or two, and we have a full bank of calls. All right. This is a special vibe, you guys, and it's up to Notre Dame to take advantage. But right now, everything's working. I mean, the vibes are good. I'm getting... It's almost overwhelming, everything that's going on right now. I am getting text after text after text of my parents, Jack Sacco and Craig from the tailgate, in the locker room with all the 88 guys tonight. Just drinking, taking pictures, going out by the field, being in the locker room. It's all lining up, you guys. And I want to be with you. That's the reason I'm not there. I wanted to be with you. I owe you that. I dissed you last week for the tailgate, so I'm here. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into the intro. I got a couple things I need to point out, and we're going to get this show going. Call, put in a chat, whatever you want to do. This is a unique situation. So welcome in, everybody. As always, you can find a program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps me as well. Notifications on it when you will learn it every time a new episode drops. I know you don't want to miss it. Twitter. Search bar Always Irish Rat. Always Irish Inc. I have a bullet point item on Twitter coming up soon that's probably going to make me yell. Emails. alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you want it. You can get it. The call-in lines. Oh, baby, if ever there was a week. 312-988-15. You tell Uncle Johnny all you've heard and seen about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Instagram, Facebook, Always Irish Inc. Find it there. Be square. USA Today Fighting Irish Wire. Articles out the wazoo. Any angle you want to hit this game for, we got it, baby. We got it, okay? Let's hit a couple super chats. Let's see what we got. If I can move the mouse on the screen, that'd be nice. How about that? Start the show. $10 from Ryan Roll. $10 holler. He didn't even say anything. It's just a $10 holler. Thank you. $2 holler. Steven Arado. 1, 2, 3. 3 bourbons. Let's do this. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of people drinking away their nerves tonight, baby. $2 holler from the Quest for Greatness, otherwise known as Marcus Freeman's life and the path that he's on. Super sticker for the $2 holler. $5 holler. BBG should be the coach. 574-322. Let Robert give us a woo. You guys know my weakness. You know I like my rhymes, okay? You know I like my rhymes. Let me get that area code down. 574. Try and tone down the F words. I understand the circumstances. Try and tone down the F words tonight if I'm not asking for too much. I want to keep it somewhat family friendly. $5 holler 480. Come on, Johnny boy. So now we got a 480 on here. All right. Let me see something else. Let me check this board. I got people that are supposed to be checking in with me, possibly from Notre Dame, and I want to keep an eye on that. All right. Here's the thing. Yeah, go ahead and refill your drink. That's all good. Michael, thank you. You said John with the epic crossover. I'm telling you what, you guys, I had so much fun on that show. Yeah, exactly, Drunk. Goolsby got them Joliet vibes. I'm telling you, that guy and I are wired so similarly. It makes sense we grew up 15 minutes from each other. Like, it's a little bizarre how much chemistry he and I have. Maybe it's just those old 815 area code roots. I'm not sure. But I had a fantastic time. It was absolutely beautiful. All right. We got another $2 holler. I appreciate it, Zach. Thank you very much. All right. Let me get into a couple of my notes. I want to try and get to the callers, but I got a couple things important to me to go over. So please be patient. These are unique times. We've never had this much volume and this many calls. So be patient. I'm trying to do the best I can. Angela Rudiger. It's good to see you here. It's always good to have a Rudiger around. All right. I want to give a couple updates just from this morning. Okay. Number one is, and this isn't from this morning, but it's an update. Notre Dame's about as healthy as they could be. And I wanted to mention that before we get into all this. Add it to the list. The things that you like about Notre Dame leading into this game, add that to the list. Notre Dame's pretty damn healthy. And that's rare that I think we're at this level of health entering one of these moments. That's a definite plus. Here's the other thing, you guys. This campus is popping. It's absolutely, even yesterday, people were saying, John, this place is popping. This is a vibe, man. This is a vibe you haven't had since Push 05. And maybe even before then. I mean, Notre Dame had a loss entering that game, but this is something. As far as the modern era, I don't even count 05 as the modern era. This is as big as it gets in Notre Dame. That place is popping. Okay? All those 88 guys. I'm getting my phone's vibrating. My dad, it's Tony Rice. Oh, the Rockets over here. These 88 guys are here. Lou's here. Everybody, it's all lining up. Win the damn game. Win the game. Everything else is lining up. Do the main part. I've done good all week, and I'm losing it. I'm at the end of my rope. So Notre Dame's pretty healthy. I like that a lot. Campus is popping, baby. Okay? I love that. I love the vibes. I love everybody saying I turn around and there's another celebrity. This is it. Okay? All the vibes are there. Here's the next thing. I got to believe this to see it. I got to believe this to see it. I don't believe it. There's a tweet that comes out. Apparently, Vivid Seats did the math or something. No, Eli's still out. But Evans is back. Vivid Seats is trying to say they anticipate a 60-40 Notre Dame Ohio State split in the fans based on how their system is moving tickets, and they could do these estimates. And a bunch of tweets started circulating this afternoon saying it's 60-40 Notre Dame Ohio State. If it's 60-40, I'm going to blow my stack. 60-40, this better be bullshit. If it's 60-40, I want season tickets revoked. If it ends up looking like 60-40, I want season ticket holders to get an email that says, guess what, asshole? You sold them to them, you're off the list. 60-40? Are you out of your mind? 60-40 I get if Notre Dame has a loss. 60-40 undefeated is outrageous. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I'm not believing it till I see it. Absolutely outrageous. So I don't know where that came from, but it started circulating and they were saying 60-40. I'm telling you, they have the ability with the technology to track all of these tickets, every damn one of them, how they start, every time they transition and move to somewhere else, they have that trail. You can figure it out. If it's 60-40, there's some people that need to lose their Notre Dame season tickets because they're not Notre Dame fans. They're not. They're whining cheesers who just want to make money and show up for a game that isn't important and be seen with a cigar and their law degree and be fancy and walk around. They don't care about the game. I want their season tickets revoked. 60-40? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So we'll see what happens. But 60-40 is going to make my head pop off my body before the game even kicks off. 60-40. Moving on. Jesus. Moving on. Twitter is a nightmare. Twitter's a nightmare. The Ohio State people are just terrible. There's no other way around it. I have a handful of them that I get along with that are from Earth, that know how to interact with respect, know how to interact socially and not be pricks. There's a few of them that are in my circle now. Most of them can go to hell. Twitter's a nightmare. Twitter is a nightmare right now. What do you mean, John? No, it's not like the Buckeyes are going to beat Notre Dame. It's I'm putting up $100,000 bounty for whoever breaks Hartman's ACLs. That's what we're dealing with. We're not dealing with, I just hope we beat you guys. There are literal multiple threads on Twitter right now of people saying, I will pony up $100,000 if somebody snaps his ACLs. That's the level of people we are dealing with here. That's it. So everybody just be aware of what you're dealing with. That's their mentality right now. I saw multiple threads of a bounty on Hartman and I want both his ACLs gone and all that. It's a nightmare on Twitter. So I'm glad I'm doing this and I'm not sitting there getting in fights with them, because then you know what would happen? Johnny would be suspended for Twitter again. 2 times in 2 weeks. 2 times in 2 weeks. I'm going to go for a record. But that's what will happen if I keep talking to these people. What are you laughing at? Welcome in.
You.
What?
32,000 Ohio State fans. If you are the University of Notre Dame and there are 32,000 people wearing red in that stadium, you have to take a serious look at your fan base and say, what are we doing? Why are we letting all these people with all this money sell the team out because they could make more money? It's not like it's me. So you want to get it out of the way about my tickets?
Yeah.
You want to make fun of me there?
Yeah, I'm going to make fun of Pat right away. Last week, Pat was going, I got to bring my wife to the fall festival on Saturday night, and I don't think I'm going to be able to watch the game because my wife will break up with me. And then a week later, he's on the 50-yard line halfway up going to the game. And I know she ain't going with you. So you got out of that one, didn't you? You wanted an excuse to not have to be with me, and now you're on the 50-yard line tomorrow, jerk. Explain yourself.
I got a phone call. So I got a phone call on Tuesday from my brother. Said he's got a possibility for some tickets. I said, all right, cool. Let me ask my wife. And she goes,
my wife.
If you go to this game, or if you don't go to this game and you just go out with me, you're just going to sit in a bar and be grumpy and screaming at the TV and probably get thrown out of the bar again. Right. And I was like, yeah, probably. She goes, fine, go to the game. And then my brother calls me on Thursday. We might not have the tickets. He says, you know what? Never mind. The guy hasn't got back to me. I don't think we're going to get the tickets. So I tell my wife, all right, never mind. I'm back in town. She goes, no, just stay home. Just watch the game at home. And I go, okay. And then my brother calls me this morning. He's like, yeah, we got 2 tickets on the 50-yard line.
Yeah. Well,
there goes so that 60-40 split. I just made it 61-39.
Yeah, very nice, man. I just love the conviction you had to take your wife out till these tickets popped up. It's amazing how quick your tune changed. It's amazing. Oh, John, I got to do the right thing. That was you last week. Johnny, I got to do the right thing. Now you're going to the game. You're a jerk.
The tickets my brother got are going for the 2 tickets are going for $3,000. So when I
Yeah.
told her that, she's like, "Oh yeah, go to the game." She's like, I can't if that's how much they're going for. I can't keep you from going to the game."
Yeah.
So
All right. So I wanted to
I
make
hey, do you see Stevenson's in here taking over unders on your blood pressure?
No, okay, yeah, I see that now. Hey, no, yeah, Pat, this isn't fair though, because you're the type of guy that's gonna say some shit just to get in my mind and get me all going. I know how you are. Like I didn't already do it, but this shit's pissing me off already.
No,
60-40. If it's 60-40, I want season tickets revoked. Done. Not able to get them anymore. You're done.
I don't like the university has to be able to tell who sold their tickets because
they absolutely can track every transaction.
It's on the phone now. It's on the phone, so they can see who's transferring their tickets to who. So there's no reason they don't know who is the people selling their tickets.
They could see it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they already tried, Pat. You know, they used to give that 8,000 seat allotment in the corner end zone opposite the tunnel. They're not doing that. They're dividing out the OSU people in different sections to avoid a big block. I mean, if it's 60-40, it doesn't freaking matter. So
you don't think they don't take Notre Dame needs to take the Masters approach that you can't sell your tickets. If you get caught selling your tickets, you lose them. Now, we got to add a caveat to that because a guy like me, I wouldn't get tickets then. And otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get tickets to a game like this. So they got to say, all right, fine, you can sell your tickets, but you can only sell it to a Notre Dame fan. You have to make sure it's a Notre Dame fan. They need to create a website where you could just sell tickets to Notre Dame fans.
Yeah,
that would be a great idea.
That's a novel idea, Pat. I wish that's something you and I would have came up with.
Yeah, I got to work on that.
We got to work on that. Irish trending with the $1 holla. What's going on? So Pat, let me start with this. I thought this would be a big deal. Callers, I'm getting right to you, I promise. But I want to get Pat in on this for a few minutes. Then we'll bring you guys in and we'll breeze through as many calls as we can. I knew this was going to be a big deal. Everybody knew this was going to be a big deal. It appears it's bigger than I even thought, Pat. Like hearing the action going on and having all those legends back and all the updates I'm getting from my people that are there tonight. This is a big buildup. Biggest since Bush push for sure. Nothing in 12 felt like it. 18, forget it. 20, forget it. This is totally different.
Yeah.
This is the biggest vibe since Bush push. It all lines up. My question to you, I have two. One is, what do you think of this vibe? And number two is, everything feels so right for Notre Dame right now that it is almost causing me anxiety because everything is trending for Notre Dame right now so much that it is the ultimate trap because everything is shamrocks this week and it's getting in my brain. I want to know what you think.
So after your morning show today, I had to go to Peoria. So I've been in Peoria most of the day, and I just got home about an hour ago. So I missed everything. I didn't get to see McAfee and all that stuff. So I put on. You told me about Lou being on McAfee, so I found it. And I was watching it on YouTube as we were prepping. After watching Lou, I want to run through a wall. Dude's doing magic tricks. He's talking about how his own kicker sucks, but then played in the NFL for 12 years. He's telling a priest off, and and then he's saying Ryan Day is soft, and I know what he meant, but it's like Lou's the shit. I love Lou, and I've been like calm and relaxed all week. I was purposely distracting myself in work and other stuff. So I could just get stuff done and not get overwhelmed especially because you are like the hardest working podcaster on YouTube right now. You've been on every show every night. I've been trying to stay out of it. And I watched Lou for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I wanted to turn this damn table over, rip my shirt off, grab my Notre Dame flag and run up and down the block. But nobody would understand that in Dwight, Illinois. So
Yeah, that's for sure. You might get ran over by a combine on the way out. You might be ran right over there. So Pat, there's a lot on the line for Notre Dame here, Pat. This is not just one win or loss on the ledger. It's not just what is your record going to be this year. This is a measuring stick referendum on Marcus Freeman year 2. And it's a major opportunity. All right. it's way more than one game. And what this could represent for Notre Dame if they pull it off is an ascension from, really, really good to trying to say we could get into the bottom tier of whatever you consider elite. This would be a step in that direction. I don't want to overplay what this all means, but Pat, this feels like it's a lot bigger than one game. Do you agree with me, or is that me and my Notre Dame-ness nostalgia and the romanticism and the way I always want to talk about philosophy with Notre Dame and existentialism? Am I overdoing it? There's a lot Notre Dame can gain in one more day.
So what is Notre Dame football always meant in its 140-year history or whatever it is? It's always been this national program. It's been at the top of the measuring stick when everybody compares themselves to.
Not always.
Except for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm only 40, so I don't have the history that my dad has or your dad has or our grandfathers had. But what I do know, I do remember 1993. And I know you've been talking about the vibe for Bush Push all week and what that's been like. I remember 1993. I was 10 years old. And I remember the way the media storm, remember game day, I mean, everything was the same then as it is now. And I was a kid, and I remember I was praying every day because my dad told me I had to pray every day. The vibe was big in my house. It wasn't I wasn't on campus in 93 at Florida State, but that vibe was big in my house. And this is what it feels like to me right now. And even though Notre Dame was the pinnacle of college football then, they were still getting disrespected because everyone thought Florida State was coming in. It was going to be the better team because it was Bobby Bowden, it was Florida State, and they had all those kids that could run real fast and throw the ball real far. And what did Notre Dame do? They came out and they punched Florida State in the mouth. I haven't seen a Notre Dame football team do that to anyone since. I know people talk about the couple times they beat Clemson or the Oklahoma game on the road. That wasn't a good note. Those weren't good football teams. They weren't. Even last year, it wasn't a good Clemson football team, and it definitely wasn't a good Notre Dame football team. This is the first time Notre Dame is on the stage, has the opportunity to go out there and make a statement in 30 freaking years. And God damn it, they need to do it. This isn't a we were close game. This is we got to win game. Yeah. And I'm sorry, I know Lou said they're going to win by 10. I think Notre Dame needs to win by 10 because in 93, everyone knew Notre Dame was a good football team and winning just by a few points is enough. 88, same thing. This time you have to put your foot on the throat of this team and you got to put some points up on them. So when there's 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, people are saying, is Ohio State going to be able to do this?
Yeah.
And the answer is no. The answer needs to be no, and Notre Dame needs to prove it.
Yeah, and the other thing is you hit on this, and you're absolutely right, is, last year you could get away with playing Ohio State tough and losing. People understood the dynamic. It was game one. It was Marcus. It was game one. Buckner, even if he was in one piece, you didn't know what you were going to get. Like, there were a lot of things that made people understand that last year. Yeah. Notre Dame is now past moral victories. You didn't get blown out. You hung with them. That is over, dude. That shit needs to be gone. The bar now needs to be, you need to win this game or it is a disappointment. Like, we need to be over those bouquets for not getting blown out. Like, you need to go in there and win this game, man. Pat, everything lines up. Everything that's gone on is just pointing to this magical night in South Bend. It's just the game hasn't started yet. All of this fanfare and all the game day and the McAfee and the celebrities on campus and everything. I love it all. But you got to actually take care of business tomorrow, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for Freeman. I'm excited for Artman. I've been getting reports that the players have been late. This isn't worth nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm just a guy in his basement who yells a lot into a camera, okay? Pat, I've had multiple people on the inside of this that I have contact with that told me, John, these guys are laser focused. I don't know whether that means we're going to win or not, but I have had multiple people tell me that when they see these guys this week, there is a different level of focus, okay? And the message I've been receiving is that Notre Dame expects to win this ball game. And like internally as a program, Notre Dame expects to win this ball game. That's a lot different than all the other stuff where you're like, well, we're going to go 3 and out 40 times, but maybe if we block 3 punts to get 2 pick sixes, we can win this one. No, this is different.
This is different.
Hey,
this is a football team.
I
cited when I was listening to you this morning, and they're talking about the shit talking and Notre Dame fans, being cocky. No. It's a quiet confidence. You're going to go in there and you're going to do your job.
Pat, no Notre Dame fan has earned the right to be cocky about anything. I got a lot of people watching this show tonight, and some of them are Ohio State fans. No Notre Dame fan should be cocky about anything. Notre Dame is not anywhere near the level where we should be cocky about anything. You could say, I like our chances. I feel good about things. Cocky would be wrong because Notre Dame has not performed enough to earn that. Like, you can't walk around all cocky if you're a Notre Dame fan. Confidence, excited that you feel like this team's more equipped, fine. But cocky, who do you think you are? We haven't won shit since I was in a diaper. And I don't mean like a year ago. 88. I mean, you can't be cocky. You can't be cocky.
You can't be cocky. You have to, there's a quiet confidence, and you feel it with this team.
Yeah.
And I going back, so I went back and watched a couple of games.
How much of that comes from the quarterback, Pat, as far as he's the leader and his steady hand and competence and I feel like he calms the seas because you have your leader and he knows what's going on. I just feel like he calms it all down.
His presence helps. Don't get me wrong, but this is 100% Marcus Freeman. It's all Freeman. This team, this attitude, it is Marcus Freeman. And I think he is putting them in the right position to do what they need to do the job they're being asked to do. I went back and I watched a couple of games over again. I watched the Navy game and I watched the NC State game again. And I'm sorry, those games, watching them a second time, and maybe I'm making this shit up in my head. Maybe this isn't real to me, and I'm just making it up. But those were some pretty vanilla football games. Notre Dame didn't win on scheme. Notre Dame didn't win on great play calling, and Notre Dame won on talent, speed and talent in those games. I think we're going to see a different football team tonight. Tomorrow night. I hope we're going to see a different football team tomorrow night. I hope we're going to see execution. I think this football team has been preparing for this game since the fall.
Wait, do you mean real Notre Dame execution or Brian Kelly's kind of
real Notre Dame execution? I'm talking. We're going to see Lou Holtz style execution. We're going to see a team that comes out and it's going to punch you in the mouth. It's going to keep coming at you. It's never going to quit. We're going to see an aggressive football team who hit people hard. They're going to tackle. There's a buildup in this team. Go back and seriously, people, tomorrow morning, go back and watch a couple of those games again and look at what happened. This was not a football team that was playing, trying to beat Navy. They weren't trying to beat Navy. They were going out and they were playing football to beat Navy. But it wasn't like, we got to do this, we got to do that. No, it was just like, we're going to run the ball up the middle. We're going to throw the ball to the outside with our great quarterback. That's all they were doing. Were doing. Yeah.
I believe my parents are calling me from the locker room in Notre Dame. Let's bring them up first. I want an update. They are with Sacco and Craig in the locker room, in the monogram room. They've been on the field. They're in the locker room. Let's hear what they have to say. Always Irish's parents are on the air. What's up?
Hey, John. Hey, Johnny.
What's going on?
Actually, we're not in the locker room anymore. We're on our way. We're on the toll road. So But
give me the
you wanted
vibe,
to
you guys.
check in
Hey,
with your dad?
give me the vibe. You've been sending me. These are my parents, by the way. Everybody watching. They were just at Notre Dame in the locker room meeting the 88 guys. You got Dad. I trust you with this Notre Dame stuff more than anybody. Give me the vibe. What is going on over there? Give it to me.
It's good. It's good. I mean, you know, all the 88 players are hanging out. The Rocket, we saw the Rocket, but he was moving so fast we couldn't freaking stop and get a picture with him.
Imagine
You know,
that.
I mean, the guy,
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I got a Rocket. You know, so great. There ain't shit for red over here. I mean,
Dude.
there was nobody. We saw a
Dad,
handful of red.
Dad, everybody's saying it's going to be 60-40 Ohio, 60-40,
Believe
60 us, 40 them. There's no way, or you would have seen more red tonight, right?
What?
There's no way. I
And
know,
they're
Mom.
coming in.
It's ridiculous.
And the whole damn road, the toll road coming in here is going to be full of red, but I don't see it.
Well,
And Craig said he didn't even see any Ohio plates when he was coming to the stadium
yeah,
today.
well, whatever,
I
man.
don't know.
I don't know.
As far as that goes, and people are ready. When we left, they got a big party going on in the south
The quad?
east side of the stadium, underneath their music cranking and people dancing and people going crazy.
Telling you.
So,
The vibe is great.
Yeah. I could hear the excitement. Dad, you don't get like this. I could hear that you're a little worked up.
I know.
But is it the 88 guys, Dad? Is it because you were with those 88 guys and actually won stuff tonight, talking to them? Is that what's got you in a good
Probably
mood?
had something to do with it.
I bet it does.
Probably had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you get in the locker room and they did have their jerseys and helmets hanging and sitting in the lockers. It was cool.
Man, I'm telling
It
you.
was pretty cool. You kind of got some chills when you went in there.
Yeah. Did you feel Frank and Newt? Come on, man. Did you feel their ghost in there? We gonna get a little extra help from them guys? What was it like in there tonight?
I'll take some help from Frank. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
So
we all said, Craig, and we said when we were leaving, we said, God damn it. I mean, we're standing, we went down later on again and went on the field, you know, and the lights are on. And it's just so cool. The moon's up there. And we just, God damn, we're not going to be at the game tomorrow. And you feel like we ought to just stay there, you know, go up and sneak and hide underneath the freaking seat upstairs, you know, in the rafters or something. But we had to come home.
Hey,
so.
you know what you should have
Right.
done? Hey, Dad, you should have loosened up one of those window hinges like old Rudy and sneak in about 3 a.m. in the basement or something. You should have tried that.
Well, they had a ladder sitting by the goalpost, and there was a guy he's putting the camera on or whatever, you know, hooking up there. And I told Craig that's the same ladder that Rudy put his key on.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know nothing about it. All right, Dad? I don't know nothing about it.
Don't know.
Oh man.
So I think they're ready to go. You know, it's up to the team and Freeman to get them boys ready to go, but let's get them behind and stay ahead of them.
Yep. That's the idea.
I don't know.
Yep. So, all right, I'll let you guys drive. Make it home safe. Somebody text me and let you know you made it. But you guys need to know, Mom and Dad, it means a lot to me. I needed to be with these people tonight doing this show, but I want you to know it means a lot to me to have you guys in the locker room and on the field today. I need that representation. Like, Dad, I just feel better having you involved in that vibe of being in the locker room tonight. It means a lot to me, man. It means a lot to me. I needed you guys to be there. Somebody had to be there.
Yeah, I agree.
Really
Totally.
cool.
It was
And I just want to say thanks to everybody for supporting Always Irish Love.
Thanks, Mom. Appreciate that.
Cuts
Yeah,
out
you got
right when
cut
that
off.
happens.
It's a bad time for the phone to go out, Mom. You were telling everybody how cool your kid was. What a bad time. All right, I'll let you guys drive. Hey, text me when you get home so I know you made it. All right, but I'm glad you.
Irish.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I'm glad you guys were there. Have a good one. Thank you.
Yep.
Pat.
60-40. Are you freaking kidding me?
Pat.
60-40.
You've known my parents for 20-something years. My dad very rarely has that little thing in his voice where he's genuinely excited. This is it. You could hear it. He's flying high right now. He's flying high.
Your mom,
all right.
Your mom was hugging me at the tailgate crying.
Crying about what?
About the fact that you have a friend for as long as you've been with me.
Oh, yeah. What a joy that is. I get to deal with Pat. Wow. Yeah. If she only knew half of the shit you've got me, and she wouldn't be saying that. She
Hey,
just doesn't know it.
I may have gotten you into a lot of shit, but I also got you out of a lot of shit.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. All right. We may as well do this while we're doing it. My brother's on the line, so we may as well
What's up,
hit
A?
him too. What's going on, eh?
312-900-8815. You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen.
I like it, baby.
What is up?
I like it, baby. I got a feeling just from hearing your voice, I think you're having some pregame beers tonight. Are you not, Andrew? Tell the truth.
Cracked my first one.
Yeah, 7 hours ago. What's going on?
Neither here nor there. Hello, Pat. Well, you know me. I'm so calm. You know, I don't want to get anybody worked up. It's a football game. That's what it is. You got to put on your big boy pants and kick the shit out of somebody.
Telling you what, man, even my brother, who has an opposite personality of me, when certain things happen, we all kind of end up the same. Andrew, what do you think about this? It's a big opportunity. Best vibe since Bush push. What do you think of this, man? You're sitting there in Florida now in SEC territory. What are you feeling tonight? Tell me.
Excited. I'm, for some reason, pissed off. I'm pacing around the garage. I got a 4-month-old in the house, so I can't yell in there.
What are you
just need
pissed
to
off?
show
But
up
wait, what are you
Take the
pissed?
shit out of somebody. You can't see it.
Nothing's even happened yet.
Like,
Wait, what are you mad at? Nothing's happened yet. What do you have to be pissed about?
Oh,
What?
30 years and not winning shit.
Dude, you're on one tonight, buddy. I could tell. You're on one tonight, son. Oh, man.
I don't know. I listened to you all day. Pat McAfee's sitting there on the campus. You got signs and shit going on. It's just time that you wake up and you win something that means something. Clemson last year was great, but it didn't mean anything nationally. It was great. You got a good win. Freeman needs to take control of this shit, keep the recruiting going, and win something that matters. And that's it.
I like it, man. Did you like seeing Lou today? I know you're a Lou guy. You dressed up as Lou for a Halloween in Florida a couple of years. That's how wild Andrew is. Yeah, did you like seeing Lou?
I love Lou. I love seeing him. He's getting a little old. I missed him on the late night show, him and Mark May, even though Mark May was kind of something else, but it was good to see him today.
Nice catch. Catch. You're going to get yourself in trouble. Good catch, buddy. So
I have a little self-control.
Yeah, a little bit. But Andrew, this is a big opportunity. Biggest game at Notre Dame since Bush push 05. Everything's trending in Notre Dame's direction. They got to take care of business. I need Sam Hartman to be the difference. I need the defense to step up. Like, it just all lines up, Andrew, and it makes me worry. I feel so good about that Notre Dame could do this. It's almost causing me reverse anxiety, dude. Everything lines up so well. It's perfect to just kick us in the gut. Talk me out of it.
I'm feeling the same way. Hartman, estimate, protect the damn ball, hold on to it. No picks. Offensive line, protect Hartman. I don't want to see him laying on his ass. I don't want to see him running for his life.
Yep. Man, I don't know. This is a big one, Andrew. This is what we wait for. This is why the weekends like this are why I have this show, man. It ain't to talk about us playing Tennessee State. You know what I mean? Like, this is it, man. So what do you think, Andrew? Do you think the new modern era Notre Dame football starts tomorrow night? Yes or no? I hope it does.
Yes, and if it doesn't, then I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
Something needs to happen tomorrow night, and that's it. I can't figure out in my mind, are they going to try and air it out, or are they going to try and run it? I don't know. What is more? They going to air it out? Harrison going to have a big game?
I don't know.
Morrison going to step up and really prove something tomorrow and have a Clemson style game?
Yeah.
Style? I don't know, but that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. So I don't know, man. Anything else on your mind? I mean, you're on one. I can tell. I know you're doing your Kennedy pacing right now. I'm picturing it.
I've walked 20,000 steps around my house, and my house ain't that big.
Hey, at least you're getting some exercise.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Shit.
I know. You know what you need to do? Keep drinking
I'm
beer.
the opposite of you. I don't get worked up. Worked up at something about this. Something's happening.
Yeah, that's the thing,
I'm
man.
1,000 miles away from it.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it. Even though you're that far away, you just feel it. That's true. I know.
Oh, I don't want to take up any more time. I know there's a bunch of callers. I love this show. John, I've been listening to you, following you since 1986.
Yeah.
This is my first time calling.
Dude, that is a good one. That's hilarious. That is an all-timer. I've been listening to you since 1986.
Damn.
You're the only person in the world that can make that claim. That's beautiful.
That's awesome.
Man.
That's awesome.
That's
realistically,
perfect.
it's hard to believe, though. This is my first time ever calling, so you know something's up.
Yeah, beer. I knew you drank a bunch of beer because you're usually the shy
This
guy.
ain't the first day I had ever drank a beer.
It's the first time you drank a beer and then called me to yell about football. Oh, all right, Andrew.
Wait,
Andrew,
well, no, it's not.
Hear your kid or something.
Well, I will, guys. Have a great night. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I love the show, John. I love listening to you. You're bringing our family to the masses, and it's awesome, and it's obvious that they love it. So keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it, man. Have a good night down there in Florida. Dude, Pat, I could tell he's on one. I could just tell he's on one today, man. I could just tell. All right, so we got all the Kennedy family out of the way. Dude, but Pat, that tells you what a big deal this is, that my brother who never calls is all worked up, pacing around the house calling. My dad has a tone in his voice that only happens if he gets a hole-in-one or Notre Dame's good. And so, I mean, this is just different. It's just different. All right, other people want to call that are not related to me. 269, you're on the line. I'm going 570 next. 269, you're on the line. What's up?
Johnny, how you doing, my guy?
I am excited, but I have enough Notre Dame scar tissue to know that at any moment in my Notre Dame life, right, when you think things are going to get good, that you get kicked in the face harder than you ever did before. And I'm ready to wipe away all that bullshit. I'm ready for that all to go away. All right? So I'm excited.
I got some.
But I'm not acting like it's a guaranteed win. I'm excited about Notre Dame's opportunity. I feel like we have a good chance in this one, damn it.
So I got you on speaker. I'm here with my mom and dad, and I know my dad made some comments at the tailgate.
He certainly did. Your dad certainly did make some comments
relative to your necklace, and I have a little bit of a performance ready for you. It goes a little bit something like this. Party in the city when the heat is on, all night on the beach till the break of dawn. I'm going to Miami. Welcome to Miami.
You're a jerk. I used to like you, and I used to think you and your family were nice. I think I got to change it up, man. You did me wrong. You edited out my necklace and made it a turnover chain. I don't appreciate that, bro.
Hey, it's all out of love. I hope you got. I'm just trying to get you your impressions, man.
I'm telling you, dude. I don't know about this one, man. Talk to me. Tell me, what are you feeling? You think Notre Dame's got this one?
So,
do you think so? The vibes couldn't be better. Everything's trending Notre Dame. What's going to happen? Talk me through it. Where are you at on Christmas Eve?
I'm pretty. I think that we're going to come out. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to come out aggressive. But let me take this in a different direction. So, I heard you already talking about the whole guessing that it's going to be 60-40, and we already know the whole stereotype of the Ohio State fan base. And I know you had mentioned that you weren't going to the game, but we're going to the game. I know there's probably a lot of people listening that are going to the game. But could you give us a John Kennedy 101 of how we should act towards the Ohio State fans, and sort of, take us through, what a John Kennedy would do if he were on site, so that we can have as many John Kennedys in South Bend as possible? Because in my mind, that is a very big key to our success tomorrow, of having as much John Kennedy in South Bend as possible.
I just hate everybody who's not with us. And it's not personal. I just hate everyone who's not on our side, okay? And so when I'm on campus and I see the other team and fans walk around with their shirt, it's inappropriate to like say things or confront people or like call them out. I just hate everybody. I just hate everybody. There's a reason I've never gone to an away game, man, because I would die. Like, that's why I don't go to away games. I would be deceased because I would run my mouth or something. So when I see these people on campus, I politely just totally ignore them. I'm not holding the door open for you. I'm not welcoming you to Notre Dame. I'm not doing any of that shit. I am politely going to ignore you and let you go on your day. I'm not going to harass you. I'm not going to throw stuff at you. I'm not going to call you names. I'm not doing any of that. That's Michigan and Ohio State garbage trash activity. And I don't ever want Notre Dame fans to engage in it. I will never do that. However, we're a little too nice. We're a little too nice. Like, yeah, I mean, we really are. Welcome to Notre Dame. You want a night with my wife? Like, we're too nice. We're way too nice. So everybody just don't go out of your way to be a prick, but make life a little difficult. Pat, what do you got?
Well, John, I have to say that's awfully mature of you.
Isn't it surprising? Dude, I have a problem with all these videos on Twitter every day of all these football fights, and it's just grow up, man. Like, I am intense, but I'm not going to, like, punch somebody in the stands because they like the other team. Like, grow the hell up. So I would respectfully ask the Notre Dame people to be not pricks, but, like, kind of pricks, just low key where nobody can hold it on you. Don't hold that extra door open. Don't say a word to them.
Sense.
But the problem is they're jerks. It's bad, dude. If Twitter's any representation on the group from Ohio coming down the toll road, somebody needs to put some spike strips down.
But anyways, kind of switching gears just to the game. I'm a little bit late on this, and I just recently watched Swamp Kings. I don't know if you've gotten the chance to watch that yet. Have you?
Well, wait, what is that? A Brian Kelly documentary? What are we talking about here? Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
No. It's the Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow at Florida on Netflix, the Swamp Kings.
Oh, a different Swamp Kings. Yeah. They skipped the part where 48 of the players are shooting their girlfriends. Yeah, but don't worry about it. We won a lot.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. We won a lot. It's all good. Yeah, don't worry about it though. We won a lot. Yeah, never mind that part.
The one thing.
Give me a freaking break.
The one thing that I took away from that documentary that I personally think that we're going to come out with this week is, there's a difference in mentality of, hey, I think we can win to we are going to win. And whether it happens on the field tomorrow or not, I think our players are coming out with the mentality of we are going to win. Not last year where it's, maybe we can win if we're not playing to lose.
And dude, how much does that mentality matter? I heard a lot of Notre Dame media talking this week about how big of a difference it is that Notre Dame believes they are going to win this game. Like, not just say it because you have to say it, but they actually believe and have the mentality, and they believe they are supposed to win this damn game. Unlike when Kelly had him too scared to get off the bus against Miami and you get your face blown off or go to the big house and lose 98-0 or whatever it was. This team has a reason to think they can do it. And that's got to matter. That belief has to matter. It changes things when you genuinely believe.
So even further than that, I think our guys have been stewing on this more than we think they have. I don't know what your thoughts about that are.
I think.
But
at
the same point, I think
behind the scenes.
Go ahead.
I believe behind the scenes that they have been. Freeman is tied into all this enough to have an idea how this would all go. I guarantee you Freeman's been working on these guys. But you can't let it be known, because you can't let it know that you're looking ahead when you have these other games. I guarantee there's been little things here and there to build this up. But all of my contacts are telling me this team believes they can win tomorrow, and they are laser focused. And I love to hear it, man.
Yeah, man. We're really excited. Hey, we'll let you get back to the show. We love to mess with you, but we love what you do. We love your show.
Oh, I appreciate it. And you guys,
they're listening.
Thank you guys for coming to the tailgate too. Like, you're a part of the family. Your whole family's a part of the family, and it's growing. And it's a beautiful thing, man. We have a really, really nice group of people that all are bonded by our love for Notre Dame. It's a beautiful thing.
Good, man. Well, I might shoot you a text when I'm at the game tomorrow, just kind of giving you my my boots on the ground thoughts, because I know you're always a big fan of that.
Yeah,
so I might do that.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, you guys have fun. Enjoy the game. This is a unique setup that doesn't come around often. Enjoy it, okay?
Yep. Take it easy. Go Irish.
Have a good one,
dude. What in the hell is wrong with you?
What did I say?
Welcome to Notre Dame. Have a night with my wife.
Notre Dame fans! Notre Dame fans are way too nice. It almost makes me sick. They're going to open every door. If you go into the porta-john, somebody follows you to clean you up. Notre Dame's way too nice for the opponent.
And then you drive.
I'm not saying to be
Urban
jerks,
Meyer,
but you don't have to be over
40
the
of our
top
players
nice.
shot their girlfriend.
Do I look like I'm kidding?
I know.
Literally, we're way too nice when these people come into town.
You're so
Jesus. I'm serious.
I had plans to like get you riled and stuff tonight. I didn't have to do a damn thing. All I got to do is say 40% of that stadium is going to be Ohio State fans.
You have known me for over 20 years. You know what? You knew how this night was going to go. Shut up.
Oh, I know.
You knew how tight I'd be strung up tonight.
You did it to yourself. I didn't have to do anything. I
didn't do nothing.
This is John. This is like college.
I didn't do nothing. Like football did it.
So for the people that don't know, John and I met in college, and our dorm rooms were right next to each other. And Notre Dame was playing Michigan. What was it? So that would have been what year was it? 202?
1974. I don't freaking know.
It was 02. Well, yeah, it had to be something. 2003. It had to be 2003. Yeah. And John and I are both watching a Notre Dame game, and we both have our doors closed because we know we're going to yell. We could hear each other yelling through the wall. Best friends.
Pat comes over with the beer, and he knocks on the door, and he goes, I don't know who you are, but he goes, I think we're going to become lifelong friends. And now look at us 20 years later. Absolutely horrible. Andrew, I will get right to you. Thank you for the $20 hour, by the way. We're going to do 570. What do you know, my friend? Welcome to the program.
Thank you, John. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend. It's a big weekend at Notre Dame, and I'd love to know what your thoughts are on it, man.
Yes, it is. And first thing I want to say is I've been listening to you since 2022, unlike your brother. And the second thing I want to say is thank you for the tailgate. It was wonderful meeting your family. It was wonderful meeting Pat. And it was wonderful meeting Dr. John. But here's my question. After meeting your beautiful mother and your wonderful father and your brother, how the hell did you come out of that family?
I don't know.
They must have picked.
Something went wrong. Maybe I'm the wrong guy they gave out. I don't know. Something went wrong.
Yeah, I think they picked. I think they picked up the wrong. I think they picked up the wrong baby at the nursery. That's what I think.
I don't know, man. I think there's just a little gene, like my brain's just built a little different. And the rest of the family is like mild mannered and like calm. And my brother and dad don't get that worked up a lot. I don't know. I got it all, man. I got it all. So, but hey, at least I'm using all of those personality quirks to my advantage with this show. At least I'm trying to do something with it.
Absolutely. And that's what has attracted me to this show. So thank you for that.
No problem.
I'm
and
sitting
by the
here
way,
in my base.
Thank you for coming to the tailgate. We had a great time.
Yes, sir.
It was
Absolutely.
nice to meet you. Thank you for coming very much.
No, thank you for hosting, and it was my pleasure. And I'm sitting here in my basement having a few Yinglings, which is a beer from my hometown in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. But I'm in Ohio, so I have to buy it. It's probably a lot older than I'm used to drinking it back at home. First thing, this 60-40 bullshit.
Yes.
I'm a pretty new fan to Notre Dame. I'm pretty much a Marcus Freeman fan, as you well know.
Yeah.
And I probably know Coach better than most people on this show.
I mean,
and that's
probably everyone, but yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
But I was a Penn Stater, and I am a Penn Stater, and I've been to many whiteout games, and I can honestly tell you that this 60-40 bullshit, that never happened at Penn State. And if that happens tomorrow night, it's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace.
I don't want to believe it, man. I couldn't believe what that reporting. I was thinking 80-20 would be like reasonable. I didn't even want it to get to 25, but I
still
thought
think it's going to be 80-20.
Yeah, 80-20.
I don't believe 60-40.
60-40. I don't believe it. I got to see that TV camera pan down to believe that. I don't believe that. I'll believe it when I see it, but that's outrageous, especially when we're undefeated.
And yeah, and I'm all behind what you said previously, that if that's the fact, something's got to change. That's just absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I think so too.
So getting to the game, I think there's a game tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. And, it's been said all week long, and I agree. We need to run the ball. We need to stop the run. The O-line and the D-line are going to determine the outcome of this game. But I do know this. Head coach Marcus Freeman is going to preach physical. Punch him in the mouth, right from the get-go. Punch him in the mouth. And that's what we got to do.
Yeah,
that's what we got to do.
Yep. And Pat and I talked about how important it is for you to be the one that sends that message, delivers that first punch, doesn't flinch, make them flinch. Like Notre Dame has not had that kind of vibe around them that they could back up in a very, very long time. And it would be wonderful to see that come back to life tomorrow night, man. This is a big, big moment for the program. They have a huge, terrific opportunity in front of them.
Agreed. And I think it's going to happen. I'm surrounded by Suckeye fans here in Canton, Ohio.
Yeah.
And I wear my gear. I wear my merch. And I get lots of comments, lots of good comments, but also some not so good comments.
Yeah,
but that's the Ohio State. That's the Suckeye fan at its best. I probably the worst fan base that I've ever attended games is at the Horseshoe. And
wow.
But let's not worry about that. Let's worry about how we can make it a big night tomorrow night. And one other thing. Watching the shows that you've been on this week, great job. You're the reason I listen to this show, and I truly appreciate the enthusiasm, the passion, the love that you bring And also, I appreciate how you feel about Coach Freeman.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I appreciate all those sentiments very much, my friend. And it was great meeting you last week. And we're all in this together. And we have a big, good, tight group now, and it's growing. And things are trending up for Notre Dame. And I mean that even if we were to lose this ball game, overall things are objectively trending up for Notre Dame with talent and development and recruiting and the coaching staff. Even if things were to go wrong tomorrow night, overall, the program's trending up, and that's a good thing. But let's hope that we can officially welcome in the modern era Notre Dame football being elite or close to it or knocking on the door or in the door. Whatever it is, I want it to start tomorrow night.
Agreed. And my closing comment will be that, and I think I shared this with you and Pat and maybe even Dr. John, that Coach Freeman's a better person than you might even see or hear or think.
Yeah.
He's a better person than all of that.
Yeah. And that's saying a lot because we already think a lot of him. And so that really does say a lot. Listen, man, it's been a pleasure to get to know you the last couple weeks and have your support. And I love what I do, man. I love what I do. I'm all about Notre Dame, and riding this wave this week has been a joy, regardless of how it ends up tomorrow. This energy, this sense of family and community and us against them and all that, that's what it's all about. And we're all in this together, man. So drink that Yingling and relax, and then we'll see what tomorrow brings, my friend.
You're the best, John. Love you.
Thank you, my friend. Have a good one, man. You take care now.
You too.
Have a good one. Oh, boy.
That's a good one there, John. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. And I don't know if everybody watching caught that or not, but that is not a stranger to Marcus Freeman. Let's just leave it at that anonymously. Yep. That's not a stranger to Marcus Freeman. Take that however you want to take that and what he said. But it means a lot to me. All right, Pat. Yep. Let me go to somebody who donated. Here's somebody who donated, but I think it's the Crown guy. So I'm going to bring him up and let you deal with the Crown guy.
Robert?
I go upstairs for 2 minutes.
All right, come on, Robert. What do you got?
Yep, we're bringing up the Crown guy, 574.
Hey, make sure I'm turned up so you can hear me if you haven't done
it. Let's go, baby. We in here. Let's do this.
I don't know if Pat's turned up, but I know you are. What are you on tonight, man? Shit. What are you on tonight?
Boy, I done got 3/4 of a bottle of Crown down. We're ready to go, Johnny.
What do you make about this game, man? These vibes are outrageous. Are you going to be there tomorrow? Are you going to go on campus? What's your plan?
Johnny, this is what I've been telling you all summer long. You haven't listened to me. You got to relax. You got Pat back there. He's relaxing. We're going to be just fine. We are going to take him to the cleaners. Look at Johnny. He's nervous. I don't blame you, Johnny, but we're going to
win. What are you drinking, Robert?
I just told you. I drank a bunch of Apple Crown for you tonight, Pat.
Oh, Apple Crown for me. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I was wondering if you're getting into that chocolate liqueur or whatever it was you were having at the tailgate last week.
Oh, yeah, where I had one guy pouring some chocolate syrup in my mouth, another guy pouring a bunch of peppermint in my mouth. That was an experience.
Yes, it was. So, Robert, what is your expectation for this game? What do you think it's going to look like?
My expectation, Pat, is I think we're going to go out there, and it's going to be 35-17. Notre Dame winning. His plan will be going to jail. That is right.
I walk right back in for that. Do you have 35-17? Is that what I heard?
That's what you heard, John.
So 35-17 means Notre Dame's moving the ball, scoring at a decent clip, holding them to 17. Are you seeing that as we're getting after McCord and making him make mistakes? Are we bottling up the run game? Like how are we holding them to 17? That'd be an impressive feat.
I think McCord is not going to do a thing against us tomorrow night. I think they haven't played anybody. He's going to see some stuff he hasn't seen. We have corners. We have secondary. we are gonna pick that ball off. And I'm saying it right now. We're gonna have at least one defensive touchdown tomorrow, Johnny. Let's go.
Wow, dude, that would be really, really nice. You know what I've been saying? Hey, Morrison likes the big games. He seems to emerge the bigger the lights are. You know what I need, man? I need another Clemson repeat with 2 interceptions from those guys back there. You know what else has been in my brain, dude? My twisted Notre Dame brain. I need McCord to be back there dancing around and he gets blindsided, hit from behind by Botello, and that ball's loose and we pick it up and run it in. It's been embedded in my brain all week. I want to see it, damn it.
So you're saying we're going to have 2 defensive touchdowns because we're getting 1 return and then the defensive line's going to sack them and return it? Let's go.
Dude, I'm telling you, I want it to happen. I want it to be. Are you going to be there tomorrow? Are you going to go tailgate? You going to the game? You staying at home? What are you doing?
I'll be at home just trying to not stress myself out. You know, I got my Autry Denson and Derek Mays signed helmet out here. I've been just touching that thing once a day, saying, give us some damn good luck. Let's win. So I got faith.
Man, I like to hear that. It's a big opportunity. It's a incredibly big opportunity, and Notre Dame can finally turn that corner, baby. So I don't know. You got Notre Dame playing a great game defensively. If they give up 17 points to Iowa State, that is going to be a hell of a great job, and Al Golden is going to deserve a lot of credit if you do that.
So Johnny, if it happens, you can call me Mr. Cleo.
Listen, if Notre Dame beats Ohio State 35-17, I will call you whatever you want me to call you. I do not care. I will call you baby. I will call you honey. I will call you sweetie. I will call you anything you want to be called if Notre Dame wins this game 35-17.
So that means we get to give you a peppermint patty shot next time. Pat will pour the chocolate, and I'll pour the peppermint.
Dude, I do. If we beat them 35-17, well, I'm not going to go that far. I was going to say you could dump anything you want in my mouth if we're going to win 35-17. Jesus, I'm easily bought. If Notre Dame wins this game, I will chop off my arm for Notre Dame.
This is definitely always Irish after dark right now. God
we will
damn.
put that thing in the center of a fire and put that thing as a sacrifice to win the rest of the season for the national championship. Cut that thing off.
I'm just picturing my skinny arm burning in a bonfire. It's like, dude, I don't have that much meat to burn off anyways. Oh, man. I'm telling you, man.
But there is one thing I want to say in the stadium.
Yeah.
They need to get that figured out because in between TV timeouts, wheeling all those people out, so there's no point in them being out there.
Kills the vibe, doesn't it?
Why do that? You need to get some energy going in that stadium.
Yeah, kills the vibe.
Well, wait a second, though. I do give them credit. They're
they have a
trying to
DJ?
do all that with the Jumbotron to get the excitement up. It was really bad 10 years ago when they'd go, welcome in the 1972 academic decathlon champions. And then some old guys walk out there and they're like, oh, yeah, you know, whatever. And then there's like a polite clap, but nobody knows who it is. And then but I do admit that Jumbotron does add some noise. They got a DJ Jazzy Jeffs doing the 1s and 2s. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a vibe. I just need us to win.
It is loud under that thing, too.
Johnny, I think
we're
this
right
is
there.
the last year we see Golden.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, if he gives up
you know
7,
what?
wait a second. You're the one who's predicted we give up 17, which means you like Golden then if you think we're giving up 17.
I don't mind it, but if you look on the sideline, there was no one interacting with Golden. I was trying to pay attention to that during the whole entire game. That dude was just on his own. I think he's trying to get a solid defense going so he can get a head coaching job, and that's more than fine. I think Mickens needs to take over next year.
Yeah, you know, there is an argument.
Seal that guy up.
When you look at that staff and the vibe they have and the way that they kind of work, Al Golden is a little bit of an outlier. Everybody else is a little more younger, hip, modern, and like Al's a little out of that range. And so he is a little different when I look at the blend of this staff and the personalities and the way they operate. But again, if you give up 17 points tomorrow, I will worship Al Golden and I will love him.
Just like BVG, 38-0.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no double safety blitz.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So I don't know, man, but I'm excited. This is a big opportunity for Notre Dame. We have not had this vibe around this program forever, man. I am jacked to the gills for this. I am excited.
You know, John, I bet you that Al Golden does more for Freeman than we probably realize.
I bet you that's fair to say.
Yeah.
I bet you that's fair to say. I'm just telling you that blend of that coaching staff, he is kind of an outlier with age and like a lot of different ways.
He's the dad. He's the dad.
Yeah. And you know what, Pat? There's some value in that. Maybe
There's
also
absolutely,
Devin Oldhead in the room that's been around the block. Like I could see some value in that.
Yep.
Anything else on your mind, my friend? Thanks for coming to the tailgate and thanks for donating, by the way. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that tailgate was amazing and I appreciated it. And, you know, you got to see that I do know a little bit about social media, so you knew what I was talking about. So I just want to say, go Irish, let's go.
Well, there you go, man. Hey, thanks a lot for the call. I really appreciate it. Take care. Man, he was like acted like he was wasted, but then he actually like put together sentences. So I think he was playing up how much he was drinking.
You know, usually when I sit here and do these shows with you, I'm calm and my legs are bouncing, my hands are going. Yeah. Like I just saw Shepkowski, like I'm getting in the car and going to South Bend. I'm right there with you, dude. Pick me up.
I'm telling you, man. It's Pat. Like we always talk about, like we like college football, blah, 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 blah. But the reality is it's a unique confluence of events that makes this vibe. This does not come along all the time. And we were all there last week, Pat. I mean, we had more fun drinking beer than looking forward to Central Michigan. You know what I mean? Like the tailgate was more fun than like, oh, we're playing Central Michigan. Like I'm enjoying this buildup because it's new and it's opportunity. And a lot of the times, all we have to like as Notre Dame fans is the buildup. Because once the game starts, it's usually downhill from there. But I'm enjoying the buildup, and we got a chance. We got a chance to win this, a legitimate one, not a lucky one. If 80 things go right, Notre Dame can hang in there on this one. Damn it! It's a new world.
Yes, correct. Now, you know, I hate to do this, but I want to ask you a question.
You don't hate to get me mad. Why are you bullshitting?
If Brian Kelly's the head coach of this team, what do you think this week is like? Let's say Notre Dame is still 4-0. What do you think the vibe is like?
I think it's good, but it isn't ratcheted to this level. I think it's good, but it is not at this level. Like it would be good, but it isn't going to have this vibe. And a lot of it is Marcus Matters, his willingness to want to be with the fans, to want to be with his relatableness, his personality, all of that is different. It makes it all different.
I agree. I think that that campus has been on fire since Central Michigan. That party didn't stop. You may have left midway through the fourth quarter because you had to get on the toll road to beat the traffic. Oh, yeah. But those tailgates kept going. Those groups with Dowling, they're sitting next to Adam Dowling's truck. Those guys, when I got back to my car, they were still partying. And I'm telling you, that campus has not stopped partying. Yeah. And that campus, it is not the same vibe without Marcus Freeman as your head coach.
Yep.
It is not the same vibe. Now he's got a really important job. He has to deliver. You cannot have this kind of week and not actually do it.
Yep.
It'll be the biggest letdown you can have.
Pat, one of the things that I think Lou talked about was that when he was there, Father Esberg told him when things get tough, around Notre Dame,
it sends you someone.
Yep. You pray for solace in the notion that, the good Lord or whatever it is going to deliver you.
God will send someone to Notre Dame.
God will send somebody to Notre Dame that when they need it to kind of fill that void and get things right, And somebody said, you know what, it might be Sam Hartman or whatever. It's Marcus
Right.
Freeman.
Lou said it
more
was
than
Sam Hartman. I think it's Marcus Freeman.
It's more Marcus Freeman than it is
Marcus
Hartman.
Freeman.
But I'm just talking about the vibe, man. Marcus Freeman has it going on. He has it going on. Everybody loves him. Nobody has a bad word to say about him. Everybody wants to work with him. The administration loves working with him. The recruits love working with him. You know, I was on that Blue and Gold show Wednesday, and before I went on, Deuce was on, the new quarterback recruit.
Yeah.
Just talking about like how close his relationship is with Marcus, and just he feels so comfortable and all this and that, you know, and the whole thing has changed, Pat, and it's beautiful.
Marcus said two things, and he just repeated these after the Central Michigan game. He said that I am the number one recruiter. Again, always. And obviously that was a lead up. He knew Deuce was coming. He knew that offensive lineman was coming.
Yeah.
And he goes, I am a offensive and defensive line oriented football team. That's my football team. Offensively and defensively, it's the lines. It starts there. And he's a guy who gets it. He's a guy who's building it.
Yep.
He's building it. And right now you have there's this big defensive tackle out of Chicago who committed to Ohio State. Do you think he's not interested in how this game turns out? I'm not saying he's going to flip, but do you think he's not paying close attention to this?
Yep. Nope. It's a good point. Beef Eater with the $5. Dear God, let our brothers and sisters from OSU feast tonight like the Last Supper and bless them with norovirus and dysentery in the next 24 hours.
Look at Robert. He's still coming at you.
Wait, what?
Go to Robert just got you again with another woo.
Oh, geez.
He's hitting it.
Hey, if he wants to keep giving me $20,
you
all you want. Fire up the Ric Flair tapes if you're going to give me a $20 hour.
Go get Gilmore. Bring him in so he can, because he keeps messaging you.
Gotcha.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get my water. I'm going to get another water.
Andrew, what's going on tonight?
Dude, what's going on, guys?
Man, it is just a really exciting night, man. Like, this is a night we've waited for and hoped we were going to have for like a year. We talked about it all summer on all these shows where you used to yell at me and Pat all summer. Like, this is what we wanted, man. And now it's here. It's all real. It's all happening, and it's right in front of us.
Yeah, dude, it's put up or shut up time. You know what I mean? No more talking. It's time to get on the field and win this game. And I'm actually going to be at the game. I said screw it. I'm gonna pay for this ticket. So me and my friend were paying a ton of money, although I'm paying most of it. And then we're going to this game. I'm fired up. So,
man, it is campus.
Campus
is on fire, Andrew. Like, if ever there was a vibe, this is it. Like, it does not. It's almost. You'll understand this as a longtime Notre Dame guy. The vibe is almost so good, it doesn't feel like this is happening in Notre Dame. Like, and I mean that as an insult and a compliment. That's exactly what I mean.
That's awesome, dude. And you know what? Actually, I wanted to talk to you about that. Dude, so John, I have really one question for you tonight. And it's not even really about the game. It's really more about the fact that when I first started listening to you, it was around 2020, which sounds about right. Like, were you not doing stories on, or you weren't doing live stuff? You were doing stuff on, like, after Alabama beat us, right? I think Clark Lee went to Vanderbilt, so there was a new defense coordinator move. Weren't you like one of the first people that were advocating for Marcus Freeman to be the defense coordinator? Am I wrong on that or no?
No, you're right on that. But I was my more aggressive take was he when he got hired as DC, wanting him to be the head coach after 3 weeks on the job. Like, it wasn't so much his hiring, but I was for that. But I didn't know a lot about Marcus's history other than what was, the mainly known stuff. But I would more say that I was involved when he was hired. Within 3 weeks, I said, forget Kelly. I want this guy to be the guy. It took 3 weeks, Andrew.
Yeah, that's what
3 weeks. And people were messaging me going, this guy is putting so much recruiting paperwork through here. They don't know how to react in the office. And I said, I want him to be the head guy then. Like he wasn't even there a month and I said, he's got everything Kelly doesn't have. Give me this guy.
You know, that's honestly where I'm going with this question, because you've been a gigantic advocate of Marcus Freeman. And like you brought me along on Marcus Freeman. And my question to you is this. Notre Dame is a huge game for Notre Dame. There's no doubt about it. But Marcus Freeman is the head coach, and this is a gigantic game for him. Do you feel any, because you've been a gigantic advocate for Marcus Freeman, and rightfully so, for a lot of reasons. Like, do you feel any pressure on this game? Like, that, like, if Marcus Freeman does well, would you feel like, damn, I knew this guy was going to do well? Or if he doesn't do well and it's like a Kelly result, are you going to doubt yourself at all about Marcus Freeman? That's my question to you.
Man, that's a really fair, good question by you. Number one is I'm happy that you're going to be at the game, man. I know how much you love Notre Dame. You call in every single show in the summer on the weekends and you're getting into it. You're doing research, getting worked up about it. I'm glad that people like you are going to be at the game. So I want more people like you that love it like this, that I know that should be in there. And I'm very, very happy for you that you're getting to go. So that's first and foremost.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I mean that genuinely. Even if like me, you and Pat disagree on different things or whatever, it's all out of love. Like it's all out of being, loving this, and we're all pulling for the same end of the rope. If Freeman wins it, I will be very happy for him, because last year was a rough year on the field, off the field. That guy dealt with a lot of bad stuff, and it was just not the easiest first year on the job. I will be happy for him that it's come full circle that quickly. Overall, like big picture, it would be that quickly. If they lose, I don't want to cop out here, but like, I kind of want to know what that looks like. Like not all losses are built the same. They are on the record, but I would want to know what it looks like, how that loss kind of transpired. Like, are we playing a really good, clean game and everything's sharp and they just beat us? Or are we making dumb mistakes and penalties and I'm looking sloppy and that's a different discussion. You follow this stuff a lot. What would your reaction be to this? Notre Dame plays tough and they don't win, Andrew. What if I said, take that as a marker that this roster just isn't complete enough yet and you're not there yet? And there's still areas on this team that need to be recruited and developed better before you're able to take on a program that's a top 3 recruiting operation every single year. Because overall, Andrew, overall, do you agree or disagree, regardless of this result, Notre Dame's trending up? Regardless of the result, win or loss tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, man.
That's the biggest deal, Andrew. That's a big deal to me, that you're overall trending up in talent and recruiting and all of that. And I don't know where that leaves, if you agree with that.
Yeah, Pat, go ahead, man. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
I didn't say anything. I was letting John go with this one.
For once in his life, Pat actually wasn't trying to say anything.
I'm kind of enjoying your guys' conversation here, and just
right now, I'll just say that right now, I was sort of a naysayer then when they hired Marcus Freeman. I thought that it was a rush of judgment. I thought that Luke Fickell was the right guy, but it was not the right time because of Cincinnati making the playoffs. But you know what? I will say that you've worn me down, John. Like, I really feel very strongly that we can win this football game. And I think in no small part to, like, I think that he's a really great recruiter, but you can't recruit a win over Ohio State in like 18 months, like, unless you just like are Deion Sanders and you're bringing in a bunch of transfers or something like that are like really established type players. But like, he's done a pretty darn good job of like establishing some talent. He has brought in freshman talent. Yeah. And I thought that he had the guts. He really had the guts to bring in Sam Hartman. He said, you know what, Tommy Rees, I don't give a shit about your development of these quarterbacks. Like, you know what, we got to do better. Like, let's go out of the box. Let's bring in. I don't care if you're insulted about it. So I really do have a ton of respect for him on that on that front. So
man, Andrew, here's the other thing, man. I'm weird, and I admit I'm weird, and I know I'm weird, and I know the way I process things is different. And I can't always put it into words, but like, I don't know if you're like married or whatever, but like the one or like the feeling of like, it just clicks, it just works. Like, it's just a feeling of like, it just feels right. I have that with Marcus in the way he operates at Notre Dame specifically, in a way I could never in a million years feel about Kelly or Weiss or Ty, or like, I don't know how to put it into words, but I just feel in me that Marcus is just uniquely qualified to navigate all the Notre Dame bullshit that makes it hard to succeed there. I just think he's the guy that kind of has that personality, and it was the right time and the right fit. And in all the ways I like about him, it's the opposite of Kelly. Like, it all just, it works for me. This is a great vibe that Freeman has right now.
You know, I'm going to say something that it might be, it's just me throwing stuff out there, but like Lou Holt and Marcus Freeman might be uniquely, in a way, like I don't want to insult them, but they might be naive in a way. Like, they really believe in the system, and I think that that's a great thing. And I think that recruits buy into that. They want to buy into the idea of Notre Dame. But I do think that the administration ties your hand around the back. And I think maybe a guy who I really supported, Brian Kelly, was cynical. And so like, you can win 10 games being cynical at Notre Dame, but you can't win a national championship. You got to really buy in. And so like Lou Holt and maybe Marcus Freeman really buy into the idea of Notre Dame. And so like, we don't need cynical people around here. We need people that really buy into it. They'll overcome the barriers that the administration puts up, and maybe that's really going to happen. Because I honestly, coming into this game, I did not think that we had a chance coming into this season, but now I'm starting to believe. So,
and Andrew, I don't know how you measure, like, I can't measure the vibes, man. Like, there's no measurement. Like, I take heat all the time for like supporting Freeman and believing in him, but there's not elite results yet or whatever. Like, I could be wrong. I'm just telling you, his vibe is just, it's the anti-Kelly in every way. It's the inverse of everything, all the ways Kelly operated that I hated. This guy's the polar opposite, and I love. So maybe it's just personality.
Well, can I just tell you, I think I'll just tell you, and I'll leave you on that, because I want you to get other callers and whatever. And people don't like when I talk, actually, on your show. But I think that Brian Kelly did do a smart thing. He realized that Jim Harbaugh had a really great system at Stanford. And so he said, you know what, I'm going to copy Jim Harbaugh's system at Notre Dame, and I'll get a slightly better recruiting base. But the problem with that was, like, it can result in like 10 wins, 9 wins, 10 wins, 11 wins, maybe make to a playoff game. But you can't, if you recruit the way that Stanford and Notre Dame was recruiting in the mid 2000s, you can't win a national championship. And so I think the exploration is, can Marcus Freeman get past that? You know, can he do something more than that? Because Brian Kelly clearly settled on the fact that we're just going to do exactly what Jim Harbaugh did at Stanford, and I really stand by that. Because Brian Kelly actually said that. He said I was going to run my system, and then I saw how successful Stanford was. I'm going to do exactly what they did. So, yeah.
Yeah. And man, I don't know. It's just, I just kind of think, Marcus is just a unique guy, and he's a very unique personality. And he, as far as football coaches go, he's very unique in the way he operates, and it just works, man. It works at Notre Dame. And, He treats people the right way. He's working his ass off. That's all I could ask for. And here's the biggest thing, Andrew. We'll leave it on this and get some other folks in here.
Well, here I want to argue with. What's his name? Your little sidekick there. Can I argue with him about something?
Hold on. Let me finish my point.
My
and you
name?
can argue with him. Yeah. What did you forget his name? Or you trying to forget?
How do you forget my name? You at me half the time in the
You
chat.
know his name. It's Patty Wagons.
What's his name?
Patty Wagons. Pat. You know that. It's Pat. Come on.
Oh, Pat. That's right.
Let me go with this, man. I just think that at Notre Dame, personality matters more than it does most places. If you don't have the right vibe between the coach and the fans and the recruits and the administration and the community and everything, it's never going to work. That matters everywhere. It matters more at Notre Dame. Brian Kelly went sideways on that track, and it was obvious. And everybody paying attention, everybody paying attention could feel, even in a year where things were going good, something was amiss. If you pay close enough attention, you should have picked up something seems off. Marcus Freeman is the anti-Kelly in all those ways. Here's the example I'm going to give. Then you could yell at Pat. I'm going to give this example. All of the excuses Kelly made, the administration, we're shopping down a different aisle. I'm not exaggerating. Kelly's the one who told you we're shopping down a different aisle for recruits. And, they don't let us do whatever, all this. He got up there and complained in front of the media for it. This guy gets up there and goes, this is an opportunity to get in that private jet and go fly around the country, get these guys interested in Notre Dame. He goes, it's an opportunity to go find the best players that are also good athletes and good students that come from good families. I can't wait to rack up the mileage on that jet and go bang on these doors.
Absolutely.
How you frame this situation is your situation. Kelly wanted to make excuses. This guy looks at it as an opportunity. That is a big difference.
I agree, man. Dude, you really are when Blue and Gold said that you were the pulse of the fan base, you really are. Because, you know what? I get really pissed about results, about what's going on the fan base. And, you sort of echo the sentiment. So you really are, man. I totally agree with you. Yeah.
I really appreciate that. But Andrew, I want to be clear. My vibes that I have inside me, my Notre Dame stuff, I can't calculate that, bro. I can't give you statistics or whatever. I just have a good feeling about Marcus, and I did from the beginning. And I can't give you numbers though. He isn't an elite proven coach yet. I can't give you numbers. I just feel good about it. All right, yell at Pat.
Yeah, no, I agree that I think that if it doesn't come to fruition, I have no doubt that you would say it ain't working out the way I thought. So no doubt. But hey, the last thing I want to say to Pat, I love you, by the way. I'm just trying to take a try at you to have some fun. But you tried to say earlier in the day, I was on earlier this morning, that it would be weak on the part of Notre Dame's fans to rush the field if we beat Ohio State. And I'm like, that is not what lame. It's
not what I said. That is not what I said. I want Notre Dame.
No, that is what you said. Come
no,
on.
I said act like you've been there before. I said act like you've been there before. And here's my thing. There is a separation between the student body and the rest of the fans in the stadium. The student body are 20-year-old kids. I don't expect them to act rational. I do expect them to rush the field. The rest of the stadium, you don't need to rush the field. Be a Notre Dame fan. Act like you're supposed to win this game. And don't be surprised when you win this game. This isn't about whether rushing the field is good or not. This is about the fact that Notre Dame should be going into this game expecting to win it. And if you're rushing the field, that means you were going into this game and you won and you were surprised by it. That's my point. That's all it is about. I don't care if they actually rush the field. I'm just saying Notre Dame fans should be expecting to win this game. And if you do win this game, that means you don't need to rush the field because you knew it was going to happen the whole time. 2005, you didn't think you were going to win that game. 1993, you didn't think you were going to win that game. So, yeah, you rushed the field. This time, you expect to win this football game.
Pat, shut
That's my
up.
point.
You're still going to
That's my
run
point.
out there. You're Pat. You're still.
Oh, you're goddamn right I am,
you're
because I'm going to be a
running out
freaking
there.
moron.
What?
You're goddamn right I am.
saying, like,
I will
if
be
you're
a
gonna
moron. I
party
am
to
just
the
saying I want
west,
Notre
like,
Dame fans to expect to
know
win this
what,
game.
like-
Pat, you were the ultimate guy that would be like, act like you've been there before. And then you're going to send me a picture of you running on the field lighting a cigar at the 50. I know how you are. I know how you are, Pat. My dad said that today too. He goes,
I'm going to have one in my pocket. That's for
Pat,
sure.
my dad said to me, you know, he found out you were going and he goes, you know what Pat wants to do? Light a cigar on the 50 and go, we did it, baby. And that's it. So you're full of shit.
John, I'm going to call
What?
you from the field. I'm going to call you from the field.
Call me
I'm glad
from.
that you're saying that, John.
No,
I'm
it's
glad that
true.
You're saying that, John. 'Cause
Oh,
it
it's
was
true.
Bullshit. It's like, you know what? Like I'm not like
You
some
missed
dude
the point
who
of it.
rushes the field, but if freaking Notre Dame wins,
No,
I don't
Andrew,
know what's gonna happen. We're gonna party, baby.
Dude,
yeah.
it's
You know,
not
Gilmore,
like
you're missing the point.
Central
It's not,
Michigan.
I'm not
What?
saying. The point is that I want Notre Dame fans to expect to win. That's all I want them to do. Expect to win. This is a football game. This team can beat. All right, they can win this game. Expect to win.
Yeah, I get it. But
I think that's wrong too. Like expect to beat Ohio State. That'd be a huge win, man. Like they haven't beat Ohio State since like freaking World War I or something. Like come on, like this is a huge
1936.
win. Like, let's party.
Yeah,
you know?
1936.
Yeah.
Pat's being.
You're wrong. You're wrong, Pat. I'm rushing the field. If I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna rush.
I probably
the field
will
on that.
too.
No, you guys. Wait. Why don't we do this?
Face,
Why don't
yeah.
Why don't you guys find a yard line to meet on, and you can either hug it out or punch it out.
Hey,
How about that? If we're in that position, pick a yard line to meet
For anybody,
at. You guys can
for
have it
anybody
out.
who's
How
going
about
to the
that?
game, for anybody who's going to the game,
I
that
love
was
it,
at the
dude.
tailgate
No,
last
we're
week.
gonna embrace. I mean, if we win, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, hey, these opportunities don't come along enough. I know Pat's saying act like you've been there, but he knows damn well he wants to hop there railing and jump
You're
down there.
goddamn right I do.
Yeah, exactly. You do. I know you do. Oh, man. Andrew, that's 2 times for you today, baby, calling me. I love it, man. I talk to you more than my family.
You're the man, John. I love you, buddy.
Have a good one. Hey, man, I'm happy. I sincerely mean this, man. We may have our disagreements, you, me, and Pat, over the summer, whatever. I know how much you genuinely love Notre Dame and put into this. I am happy you're going to be in the building tomorrow, man. It means a lot to me. I'm glad you're going to be there.
Hey, I love your show, buddy. Have a good one.
Thank you. Safe travels, buddy. Have a good one at the game. Oh, let's breeze through some calls. I've been doing bad with this. I got to speed it up, Pat.
So for those asking, I will have these cigars in my person.
They got weed in them?
No, man, I don't do that. You know I don't do that shit.
I know. 615. Let's make it come alive. What's going on?
John, how are you doing tonight?
I mean, I'm a little worked up, but I feel like I'm kind of keeping it together.
Well, I've got a couple things to go over with you, and we'll get to this, okay?
Well,
I'm the guy from Tennessee, SEC country, that had a crazy dream about Notre Dame in the game. Somehow John was in there.
Oh, yeah, you did. You said you had a dream about this game, and I was in it. I would love I'm a little nervous, but can you explain the details of this dream? What did I do? Hopefully I didn't embarrass myself.
Yeah, if you don't mind, let me get to these 2 other points real quick, then we'll hit the dream.
All right.
And I've got 2 other quick points. First off, I want to congratulate you on your appearances this week. You did a fantastic job on the Ohio
Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, man, I'm having
That
trouble.
was great.
I'm having trouble with your phone. Are you calling me from the bottom of Olympic swimming pool?
No, let me grab my phone and get these headphones off. Is that any better?
Yeah, it actually is.
Okay.
Yep, I got you now.
Well, okay, great. Also, man, the chemistry with you and Gouldsby was incredible.
Man, there's something to that, man. Like, we grew up 15 minutes apart. Like, and we didn't know each other. We're different age ranges. But all these years and all this stuff, we end up reconnecting on this show. And then afterwards, he messaged me and he was like, dude, you really like knew how to get me going and I knew how to get you going. Like it all worked out. And we literally grew up 20 minutes apart. Maybe it's just because we're from the same area. I don't know, but it was a good vibe. And by the way, there might be more to come with that because it was too good to just have one time.
Well, I mean, I could almost see you two on a big time show. I mean, it was just, like you said, you two just fed off each other. It was incredible.
I appreciate that. There's something cooking there, man. We have good chemistry for sure. And everybody noticed it. And we're going to have more things in the works for sure.
My second point before I get to the dream was, can you confirm or deny that the Ohio State administration has hired Dr. John to trail behind Ryan Day on the sideline in case he strokes out?
I cannot confirm that, but I hope they do because Dr. John would give him a wrong shot or the wrong pills. Dr. John would sneaky. He would handle it for us. Yeah. Dr. John would give him the wrong prescription. Oh. Yeah. So I gotta deny.
You'd slip him a couple Quaaludes there on the sideline.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but Dr. John's a riot, man. That dude is amazing. 83, 84 years old. That guy gets around more than I do, man. I love that guy.
Okay, Pat, you've known John a long, long time.
Yep.
And John, when I tell you this, it's not the Ohio State side that I see, but it's the passion for football. It's the passion for Notre Dame. But you have a little Woody Hayes in you, buddy. You have a little Woody Hayes in you.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad. What am I going to do? Choke
you or me?
Ohio State guys or what?
Let's get to the dream I had. I'm sitting in Notre Dame Stadium, and I didn't know how to tell you this, like to do a play-by-play, or I think I'm just gonna recant it. But we were sitting there, Notre Dame Stadium. It's been a tight ball game. There's 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The game had been a defensive struggle. We were down 14-10. We had the ball 3rd and 10 on the Ohio State 38-yard line. Ohio State was stacking the box, jamming our receivers. It was just tough sledding. It was a heavyweight slug. They had, like I said, they had stuffed the box. They had done a good job stopping the run. It was a tough game. We were down 14-10 at this point. Had the ball on the 38-yard line. We went through 1st and 2nd down. They had stuffed the run.
Okay.
So there was a timeout. It was a timeout. It's 3rd and 10. Okay.
Okay.
We come back from the timeout. Notre Dame breaks huddle, lines up. Hartman snaps the ball. Right before Hartman snapped the ball and turned around, they were going to do another run.
What is happening?
Someone runs down the offensive line. Hartman turns around. He grabs the football. A skinny guy. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on?
So he grabs the ball from Hartman and cuts to the right and bursts through the line. And then he jukes Eichenberg. Eichenberg misses the guy. Now, everyone's what's going on, but Ohio State is pissed. They knew it wasn't a Notre Dame player, but the game kept going. They kept playing. They wanted to tackle the guy. Okay? So I'm sitting there watching this. The guy burst into the secondary. Denzel Burks in the secondary comes up, tries to make a move and tackle, and Burks is hurdled. I'm like, what in the world? The crowd starts going. The crowd's going nuts.
It's gonna be John. It's gonna be John.
Okay, Jahad Carter comes up, the safety, and takes an angle. I'm like, he's gonna know this guy. Jahad Carter is face planted. It was like a Derrick Henry stiff arm to the helmet. The crowd is going nuts. All of a sudden, the dude takes it into the end zone, drops the ball. The crowd is nuts. All the Notre Dame players are just standing there like, what just happened? The guy is running over to the student section, and the students grab him up into the student section. And it's like, there it is. It was John Kennedy.
Come on, man. So what? I just ran out there. I ran out there and took the handoff on my own. My little skeleton frame just juked my way down the field.
You were so pissed at the score of the game and them stuffing the run, you just snapped. And that's where I'm like, oh my God, it's Woody Hayes 2.0.
Listen,
is what
buddy.
I was thinking in my head.
Listen, buddy.
The student section pull you up into the student section and you disappear.
Listen,
Things
man.
calm down.
Listen, I don't know whether it's good or bad that you had a dream about me. Regardless of the content, I think you might need to reevaluate the information coming into your brain that you would even have a dream and I'm in it at all, man. All right?
But hold on. It was beautiful. You disappear into the student section. Notre Dame, things calm down, finally come into the huddle. They end up running the exact same play. And Audric Estime takes it to the end zone.
Oh, man.
Notre Dame wins the game 17-14. The fans, sorry, Pat, the fans stormed the field, and somehow John was forgotten.
I'm telling you, man, I got to give you credit. I've never had a call like this before. Nobody's ever called in and said, John, I have a dream and you were in it, man. I think I'm impressed. I think I need to appreciate that whatever I've done to you, buddy, whatever I've done to you, that it's in your brain enough that when you're asleep, you think of me. God bless you, sir.
Well, I think I had some pizza and had watched a rerun of one of the shows, and the two combined, and then I'm stressed out about the Ohio State game.
I'm sure.
It was a perfect storm.
Yeah, you had
but
you
we're
had
gonna
pizza.
Look back on that.
You had
gonna
pizza.
Look back on
and
that
there were
once
mushrooms
Notre
on
Dame-
that pizza.
Yeah.
There were mushrooms on that pizza, but you definitely had a pizza. But there was mushrooms on it.
Man.
Oh, buddy.
Pat, we're gonna look back. Pat, we're going to look back on this once Notre Dame starts stacking the natty, that this was the turning point. It was the dream where John took it to the house during Ohio State.
I'm telling you what, man.
Okay.
I am honored that you would, spend your sleep dreaming of me. It's a little creepy, but when I get over it, I'm a little honored. If I look past the fact you dreamed about me at all, I'm honored, my friend. Thank you.
It was all football. All football. I didn't see you over there on the cheerleader section.
Well, yeah, I'm glad that this was a PG rated dream. All right, bud. I'm glad about that. Hey, thank you very much for sharing that story. That's a new one, buddy. You're the only one. That's a new one. That's a new one.
Hey, two other things. Let me know when you have your store up, because I'd love to have an always Irish hat to wear around here in SEC country.
You will see it because the store I've set up is going to show up under YouTube. So when you're on YouTube, you'll see the stuff underneath it. So it's going to be very obvious. The samples are being delivered. I did some test orders. When I see that those all get delivered efficiently, I'll be ready to bring the store live. I'll let you know. You'll see it.
And don't worry, everybody who has already got those shirts.
Yeah. Wait, time out. all the people from a few weeks ago that donated when Pat ran his big mouth and said, if you donated money, we would give you a shirt. I got your emails. It's on we have not forgotten about that, but I need to make sure all the processes with this store are working right before I do this. So everybody who we owe shirts to, I got your emails. You're on the list.
I've got, in all reality now, I've got Notre Dame winning the game 24-14.
Beautiful. I love that, man. If you hold them down to 14 points, you're having a hell of a night. Man, like Al Golden, put him on the dome. If he gives up 14 to these guys, make it really golden. Like, that'd be a hell of a night. I got predictions as 17 for Ohio State, 14. Those are low totals. I get people liking the under overall on this game, but them with 14 or 17 is pretty low. I'd love it.
You know, when you were talking to the Bucknut guys, man, you know, Notre Dame fans have a natural anxiety, and they said something that, man, it just concerned me that Ryan Day might be on a little bit of thin ice. And what concerns me about that is I think that they'd make a serious run at Freeman. And I just hope that he loves Notre Dame enough to stay there. And that was my last point. I was just wondering if you had maybe had some of them same feelings after talking to them guys. I'd like to hear you touch on it a little bit. And Pat, it was great. I'm watching you on the screen. It was great seeing you tonight, and you keep John off that field, okay?
Thanks a lot, man. That was wild. I've never had that happen before. I appreciate it, man. You never know what you're going to get. This is the night for it, Pat. I don't know if I should be good or bad. I don't know whether I should be like happy or sad that guys are dreaming about me and shit, but like I'll take it on tonight.
Going to bed, having dreams about Always Irish and waking up with a Woody Hayes.
Oh, yeah, well, you would. 707, what's going on tonight? Welcome to the program.
I definitely sold that guy mushrooms in 1982.
Yeah, and they've been getting more potent ever since then.
Well, I had to furnish a trip to go back east from California to go and be to a couple of weddings, and I think that's how he was one of my customers.
Yeah, there you go, man. I'm telling you, he's on something. I don't know whether I should be happy or sad he dreamed of me, but I'll take it, man. Listen, I know.
No, he was a great caller.
Yeah, I want to know where you're at on this, man. I know the way you consume Notre Dame, and we have a history now. Tell me where you're coming from on the night before. Give it to me.
Well, I try and, not come out so strong for Notre Dame, but when I see Ohio State fans just ragging on us, how they're just it's gonna be so easy for them. I can't hold my Irish down. I got to attack. I just can't take it.
Yeah.
But I think that the main thing is when Notre Dame is good, and I'm talking playoff good, championship good, it's good for all of college football. So this is a good thing that Notre Dame is, stimulating. Like we have a Deion Sanders, stimulation to this too, but they're going to come down to reality tomorrow. And, but when Notre Dame is good, like everybody's going to tune in to see if they can say same old Notre Dame or, hey, they did pretty good. They're for real, So either way, because of the fan base that loves them and the fan base that hates them, you're talking about probably 80% of college football.
Yeah.
They either love or hate them.
Yeah.
The other 20%, they'll watch the game if it's on TV kind of thing. But, the passion is either love or hate. So, it's going to be exciting to have Notre Dame, if they win. And like some people are saying, if they don't win this, because I don't want to get our hopes, we're really sky high. And it's with good reason, because it's a much different, it's 12 years of BK that's off our backs. And that's why we're feeling so good about it.
Yeah.
If BK was the coach this year, we would have had this impending doom feeling going into this game. We would have figured out how are we going to wind up losing?
Kelly,
and Tommy Reed.
Kelly at Notre Dame was the anti-motivator. He did not know how to press the right buttons. He was the anti-Lou Holtz in that way of like knowing
That's right.
And I'm not kidding. Look at the evidence. Look at the games. Like
Absolutely.
As far as knowing what buttons to push.
Mr. Business Trip.
Yeah, exactly. Punch out, clock in, clock out like a dork nerd doing your little in your cubicle and there's no emotion tied. Kelly was the anti-motivator. Here's the benefit. Though.
I know. And
Here's
this is an emotional game.
It is.
Football is an emotional game.
It is. I always, way before the call-in show and everything, I used to yell on my little episodes about Kelly is taking the emotion out of college football, and it is like one of the biggest parts that should be involved in college football. And he had you thinking going to the big house in 2019 was punching in and punching out a regular day's work.
Right.
Freeman's different, man. And here's the other thing. These guys want to win for Freeman. He doesn't have to be the guy that like creates all this. Those guys want it. That's a big difference too. Those players,
that's a huge difference.
Those players want to do it for themselves on behalf of Freeman. So he could do this if he wanted to.
That's a great point.
I think those players want to do it for themselves on behalf of Freeman. And I love that. That's a different buy-in. It's a different level buy-in, and I'm here for
it. That's a great point, John. I mean, they're doing it, emotionally for the coach. That they're doing it for their coaches. They're playing hard for their coaches, and that's something that was hard to see for 12 years.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Man, there's a different energy around this program. There is just, you can feel it. Like, I can't put it into numbers. I can't calculate a spreadsheet and send it to you. There's just a different damn vibe. Everything about it's a different vibe.
Every kid that goes on the field is playing hard, and he's playing at a high level. They all seem to know their responsibilities. We don't see a lot of mental errors other than these penalties. We have to do so much better on penalties, and I'm worried that the Big Ten refs are going to be doing the game.
We got 18 in 2 weeks is too much. They had 10 and 8. 18 in 2 weeks is too much. And I expect them to tighten that up, though. I do. I think they will tighten. They're going to be focused. But 18 in 2 weeks is too much. Even if I acknowledge the refs are terrible in both games, 18's too much. You're right.
Yeah, I'd rather not see the refs become a significant part of the game. Let these kids and coaches do their thing, and just stay out of the way with the refereeing. You make the obvious calls, but don't call a penalty just because you have to do a makeup or like a bad call. Just stay out of the way. Spot the ball and shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't make it all about you. So how are your nerves, man? You are one of the guys that is here all summer, all the morning shows. You're there for all of them. You've been thinking about this game forever. I just want to know on the
forever.
And I just remembered the dog days of summer, and you're invested, and you're calling me. We're debating this stuff. Where are you at on the night before, man? It's almost here. What are your final thoughts?
It's just the most important game for Notre Dame since the 90s. And that's what it is. There's so much on the line tonight. And the good thing is we have a poised kid that is playing quarterback. I can't say enough about what I've seen from him. He uses everybody. I mean, he's just like Joe Montana was. Joe Montana used to throw it to everybody. And it's because if he sees the field and if they're open, he gets it to them. So, I mean, I'm not saying he's Joe Montana. He's not, because he's not there yet. But I like what we see so far from him is what he sees on the field. And he doesn't lay his players out to get hurt by going after the ball, and that's such an important thing. Like every quarterback we've had, and you're going to see it tomorrow with Pine when he gets his start, he's going to lay his players out. I don't know. I've been ready for this game since they lost the first game to them, last year, first game of the year. So I can't take this hearing 1936. I can't take that anymore. We have to win, and hopefully the players and coaches all come out with that dogged determination to say, that's it. That's all you guys get.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay you out, and I'm going to lay you out harder next time.
Yep.
I'm ready to play.
This is that moment, man. This is that moment. Like it's all just, it's right there. It's all trending. The vibes are good. The personalities are the right, like blend. Like if ever there were a moment for Notre Dame to seize this, this is a great win, a great one. And I just hope the guys play to their potential. And that's it, man. We're at the end of the line. We've been thinking and dreaming and wondering and asking questions. It's it. And now they just got to go do it. But this is different. This team has a real shot to change some narratives, and that's exciting, and I hope they follow through.
Yeah, I just hope that Hartman stays healthy, and because we're deep enough at every other position in the, of all the units, we're deep enough to have an injury come and have somebody fill in. So the only thing that we can't do is replace Hartman, because Angeli is just not near that, and neither is Menchie. TJ Carr isn't here yet. Deuce Knight is every bit of 6. They call him 6'4". I think he's like 6'5".
Yeah,
but
that guy is lanky. He just needs to beef up.
Tall.
And he is young. He's like 16. He's gonna beef up. Yeah, he just needs to beef up.
Yeah, but I hope they develop quickness in his feet, because when you're that tall, it's hard to be quick-footed, and I just hope that they can. But Gaduli, if Gaduli stays, which praise God.
Joe, man, you're always worrying, dude. We got Notre Dame, Ohio State next year, and you're worrying about the footwork of a guy that's 16 years old right now, man. You're a piece of work, baby.
Man.
You're a piece of work. I love you, man. You're a piece of work.
We're on a run.
I didn't expect
the dynasty's here.
Oh man, I love it. This is beautiful. I don't know, man. This is quite the event, and it's been a long day in South Bend. It's been exciting. Like, it's all there for Notre Dame. So, but it's giving me anxiety, man. What are we going to be like tomorrow at this time? I am like already getting like, that's it. By tomorrow, this time, it's going to be just about time to go live again. And I just don't know. Are we going to be thrilled, or are we all going to hate each other? I don't know.
Well, we have to maintain poise, and we can't get flustered if something big happens against us to start. We have to just say that obviously was not, anything, and we are going to go back to what we do. And what they do is they go out and win because they're prepared, and they are prepared like I've not seen in 35 years.
Yeah.
I'm liking this coaching staff. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a well put together operation that you have faith in, that they're going to show up ready to do the task at hand. And that's just not something I'm used to. So trending up, I'm excited about it. It's going to be a long day tomorrow to get to this game, and I can't wait. But man, I can hear the excitement in your voice too. This is what we waited for forever, is this moment tomorrow. Win the day.
And after we win 41-31, it's going to be imperative on our coaches to get us ready to travel to Duke, because Duke is going to be.
Joe,
they are just licking their chops after a come down, for Notre Dame.
I'm not ready for that talk yet. It's already no. I'm telling you, it's already in my mind. Me and my dad had a discussion about it earlier. It's already in my mind. But I am not ready to go there yet. Let's get through tomorrow, and then I will have a narrative on that one. But I'm not ready for that yet, man. I'm not ready for that yet. Let me worry about one problem at a time, okay? Enjoy the game tomorrow, man. Enjoy it.
Thank you. Go Irish. God bless. Have everybody that's going tomorrow be loud.
Be loud. Go. Yep. Be loud, wear green, be seen. Don't sell your tickets to the other team. Nick Shepkowski, thanks for stopping in. Nick's busy, man. I offered him to jump on. But Nick is the managing editor of USA Today Fighting Irish Wire. That guy's got a lot of work to do, man. He's writing articles, doing this, doing that. Busy guy, man. That's a lot of responsibility running that website. Listen, man, this is an Ohio State guy. And I hate to say it, we're on the same page, man. I agree. This is a very good point. I can't believe I'm saying that. On a different level, both teams represent the powers up north outside the SEC as the new playoff format takes shape. Listen, I like that. Pat, I like that. I like that all of the focus in America is on a northern, Midwestern game. I like that. What do you got a weird face for? What?
No, I agree with the sentiment. He's directionally correct. I think both of these teams have something to prove, though. Both of these teams do, because unfortunately, Ohio State has been getting kicked around a little bit. Maybe not, unfortunately. I don't know. It depends on who you ask. By Michigan. And Notre Dame hasn't done it yet. So to say Notre Dame is a power from the north is premature, I would say right now. You win this football game.
No. The way I read that is like historical brand name.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
From the north. That's how I interpreted it. And in that way, Pat, I love that all the focus is going to be on two northern Midwestern teams and not some bullshit Kelly Swamp Thing game in the SEC or something. I like the fact that all the big lights are on Notre Dame, Ohio State. And what would make it better is,
if we're just talking about historical, I would agree. Notre Dame has way more national championships, but
what would make it better is if you had a really well-played game both sides. Like if both teams are physical and they're playing that Midwestern brand of football and it's physical and it's a good game and both teams are playing good. Like I like the fact that at least for this weekend, Feinbaum could go to hell and it's about Notre Dame and we're on the big stage and it's us. And that I will agree with the Ohio State people on.
Yeah.
Pat, do you remember this guy that came up to us at halftime at the game? Hey, John, I was the guy that talked to you in section 121 at halftime Saturday.
Yeah.
Almost literally off the cliff at the top of the stadium. Keep doing what you're doing and grow the brand. Go Irish. Hey, man, I appreciate it.
That.
It was beautiful. The guy was walking by and he was scooting by and he looked up. He goes, "Oh, you're always Irish. I like your show."
You're going around telling everyone the story about how when Hartman got his leg twisted, you almost went over the top of the stadium. What you don't tell people is that you kicked my dad in the process. My dad was sitting next to you and you were standing up. And when you did your flailing thing, you kicked poor old Jim in the process.
Well, he shouldn't have been sitting there. I mean, it's not, I couldn't control it. It was a convulsion. I didn't select it. My body reacted. You're lucky I didn't flip off the back of the stadium and split my wig. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Give me a break. Andrew Gilmore, $5 hour. How are you watching the game? At home on the sofa? I watched the game all alone. I watched the game alone because I don't need to be.
You're not going to watch it with you don't watch it with your dad?
Pat, it doesn't work anymore because I got notes, a laptop, a tablet. I am not like myself. I'm working. So I have tweets going. I have notes. I have an article I'm writing that doesn't work. Like there's no beer drinking for John during a game. No, I have way too much going on. I got to make notes for the live stream right after that. It ain't. So to have my parents come over, I'm not able to engage because I have all these things going on for work. So it's totally different. So I like to watch totally alone to where I can be a prick and I'm not offending anybody. It's perfect for everybody wins. I don't need anybody near me. I want to be left alone to do what I need to do. And then I'm not offending anybody by how I act.
Right.
That's all.
My dad hates it when we come over to watch the game with him. He hates it.
Well, I can understand why. Yeah.
We're screaming, we're cursing, he's got the hearing aids in. So
we've all met you. We don't like it when you're over for a game either. Yeah, we get it. Trust me. There's a reason you and I don't get along during games.
Hey, real quick, there's a guy in the chat, David Payne. Okay, so Notre Dame does have 11 national championships. I mean, it's a fact. What does Ohio State have? Well, how many did they get when they were wearing leather helmets? How many did they get when they weren't? And I don't know why you're taking offense. I dislike Michigan more than I dislike Ohio State. If I had to pick someone to win that game every year, it's Ohio State. All right, that's how much I hate Michigan.
I am picking Ohio State 100
every time.
Wait,
it's like these.
Wait, Wait.
Was you alive? Yes, I was alive in 1988. Thank you very much.
I cannot be more clear about this. I hate the Michigan people.
Yeah.
I hate the Ohio State people, but when they play, I'm 100% on Ohio State's side. Like, unless it affects Notre Dame, like to get in the playoff, that's different. But if it's straight up, I hate all of them, but I'm pulling for Ohio State 100 times out of 100 over Michigan every year.
I love the Ohio State fans, though. I love the
But
Ohio
I hate
State
the
fans
Ohio
that are
State
in here.
people too. It's just different levels to this shit.
But I love it.
There's
I love it when they
different
come in
levels to
here.
this shit.
They have no context to anything we talked about. Like when we talked about when we did the show about the brands that we hate the most, like the programs we hate the most. Ohio State wasn't even on our list.
Yeah.
Like it's just out there. We don't care.
Yeah.
Or, it's like they make this big thing. Yeah, we're playing this week. So of course it's, there's the where's Kent? Is Kent on? Let's get Kent on. Let's get an Ohio State fan who actually listens to the show. Somebody who we actually care to hear from. Let's get Kent on.
Did he say his number was 229? Was that what he said?
Yeah, I thought he did.
229, you're on the line.
Kent.
Yes. I like it. I know where that's headed. I like it. That's funny. That's
well done,
funny.
Kent. Well
That's
done.
Funny. I give you credit for that, Kent. That's funny, man. I give you that. The old Undertaker, man. The bell tolls. For whom the bell tolls. That's funny, dude. I give you credit on that. I give you credit on that.
All right, you going to talk to us or are you just going to toll the bell?
Come on, man. I'm just picturing Kent's in a casket rising out right now like the Undertaker.
I need to hear the rest of the song,
Come on. All right, talk to me now. I get your little Undertaker. Come on.
What's going on, baby?
Come on, bro. Give me a break. Are you kidding me with this Undertaker bullshit? Come on, man.
How can you not love? How can you not love him?
I love the Undertaker. I don't love Ohio State, man. Hey, how are you feeling confidence-wise? If I gave you a 1 to 10 on the Buckeye confidence, how confident are you you're going to beat Notre Dame? I want a 1 to 10 number. Give me the number.
No, I'm serious. Man, you had me on hold for a long time, but I respect the call though. But
hey, Ken, I moved you up.
Ken, I'm a busy guy, and the show is growing. That's a compliment to all of us that the community's growing, bro.
I said I respect it. I respect it for sure. But I called not to talk no shit. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be serious.
Okay.
You guys, I got some film. I looked at some film, some real in detail film, and I looked at you guys. You guys are nasty on defense. I mean, stupid. Like I hate the fact that you guys got my boy Javon Baptiste. That some bitch is fast coming off the edge. And then I also like the fact that you guys got your boy Morrison. I've been watching. He's still doing his thing from last year, so he is. So far, he is what we think he is. And Hart, he might be what we think he is, but we're gonna find out tomorrow about Hart for real.
Yep. And you know what? Hey, Kent, you're already ahead because you know all these guys and their film and their situation. Yep. I'm gonna give you a lot of credit on it. You're right on it, man. I'm gonna give you credit for that. You know more about those guys back there than half Notre Dame's fans, probably. I'll give you credit on that one.
The problem that I see in the advantage that I see that we might have with you guys is that slot cornerback. He's been getting 8 every game since game 1, and especially against NC State. So I see my third receiver, which also could be my second receiver, also could be Marvin Harrison Jr. if you move him in the slot, if they move Morrison around with him, which is they do move Morrison around, we're going to see what he about too. So they say he might be an NFL corner. We're going to have to see. We're going to see. They say Marvin Harrison number 1. We're going to see. Also my issue with you guys, but the advantage I do see with you guys also is my left tackle, Simmons. I like him, but I don't like him. but I'm not scared of Riley Mills. He don't scare me. He didn't scare me last year, and he don't scare me this year. He ain't been doing too much of nothing. He is big up front, but I do have.
I'm telling you, Kent, man, you must watch a lot of film, because I've been hearing all week the Notre Dame fans asking, should Riley Mills be replaced by Jason Anye, a young and up and coming guy that's a little younger? Kent, you've done your research, buddy. I give you credit on that. You've done your personnel research.
I told you when I talk, sometimes I be BSing around, but I'm serious. It's game time. It's time to play. No BS. So, long story short, I like your offense, but we already know your left tackles. I don't, be honest, everybody know how I feel about my Buckeyes. Be honest, if my DNs, JT and Sawyer don't get their shit together in the next 8, 12 hours, in the next 10, 9, 6 hours, if they don't get their shit together, your 2 left tackles will continue not have a sack allowed against them. The problem that I see with you guys is the 2 guards in the center, because my meat, like last year, the problem that you guys got last year was the meat up front. It's up in the interior, and my meat that I have in the interior, Mike Hall, Tyleek Williams, the boy from Ole Miss, and Hamilton, nasty.
Hey.
You're gonna have a problem up in the middle.
Hey,
you're going to have a problem in the middle.
That you're not making that up. I've been saying for a year that I feel good about those tackles, and I have questions on the inside with the guards. That right side, Kent, that right side of the offensive line, I think that might be an angle that Knowles is going to attack. I think that's a more vulnerable side. And I don't think Blake Fisher, he's been fine, but he has not been elite like I quite wanted. And then that right guard, pass protection's kind of an issue. I expect Jim Knowles to try and disguise some pressure up that right side of that offensive line. I think he will. You're on it.
Hold on, John. Hold on. This is what I say, John. This is what I say. I know you guys like Estime, and I say try him out the first couple of, try him out, see what happens. Don't run away from your game plan. But to be honest, because my front 7 is nasty. I'm being honest, they nasty, including my linebackers. Eichenberg, the same 2 that you had last year. That was their first year in that system. This is their second year in that system with Jim Knowles.
What makes you so sure they're nasty? Was it the Western Kentucky State victory, or the Youngstown State victory, or the big win over mighty Indiana?
No.
What has you so excited there?
Wait.
Where's the
it's who they are? Listen to me. It's who they are. These are the same 2 linebackers that played against Georgia. The same 2. Eichenberg, Steel Chambers. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
it's not like Georgia had a field, they're running the ball.
Can I just say this, dude? Steel Chambers is the best name for a defensive player I've ever, dude, what's your name? Steel Chambers. It just sounds like a wrestling name almost. It sounds like an American Gladiator's name, man. Steel Chambers.
He used to be a running back. He used to be a running back. Okay. But I want to get some other people on the call. But check me out. Listen to me, though. This is what I think that you guys should do, though. Try Estime out, right? If it ain't working, don't force it. I feel like I don't really feel like a freshman should do it too much, but get Love out there a little bit. And the other guy, the other quick guy, Payne or wherever get him out there, and let's try to start him out in the backfield. But hey, before the pre-snap, let's move him out to the slot. Or let's take them out, period. Let's put Tyree back in the backfield. And let's move Tyree in the slot. So now you got Tyree lined up against a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? I like him, but he might not be for this game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nope. I got you, man. But dude,
because he had 32 yards against us last year.
Can I ask you this? I want to ask you this, and I genuinely mean this. And it's obvious you do your homework, you do your research. Let me ask you this. If Notre Dame wins tomorrow night, what do you think would be the biggest cause? Like if Notre Dame ends up winning by any amount, what do you think would be like the top reason that it happened? Would it be Notre Dame outperforms your expectations of them? Or would it be like Ohio State it fails in some way? Like, what would that roadmap be as an Ohio State guy? If Notre Dame wins, what has to happen?
The way y'all gonna win, I mean, I'm just like everybody else. I done have my visions too, but I see y'all the way that y'all, to me, I see the way that y'all will win is Kyle, like everybody else.
Yeah,
Kyle,
yeah, just
Kyle,
a little inexperience and a mistakes in a big environment. Yeah,
it's the night the whole world watching.
Yeah,
it's not. It's an NFL. It's an NFL style defense. Al Golden, you guys don't like him, but I feel like his. Like I always go back to, what he trying to do doesn't fit the personnel. So I don't knock what he trying to do, just like other coach, defensive coordinators. I don't knock what he trying to do. It's just that what he got on the field ain't really like, see the defensive line, what he trying to do, you guys don't get what he trying to do up front end. Like the back end is gonna be huge tomorrow. Your safeties. That safety that you got back there, what is his name? I forgot his damn name, but I was watching this. He gonna be a problem because he gonna have to come down to guard that damn my tight end, Kate. So anyway, long story short, I like you guys. I respect you guys. I'm not afraid of you guys, but you guys should put up a good fight. Just put up a good fight. Hey, I tell you what though, I see that goddamn kicker making a difference too. I've been watching that little young skinny SOB.
Dude, he can kick it like 62 yards and no problem, and he's got a boot. That kid's got a hoof.
I appreciate him, giving some kicks under 40.
Wait, and one more other thing.
Yeah.
Sam, you guys love him. I told you, tomorrow we're gonna see. But listen, Sam like to throw them comebacks and them stop routes, and your receivers are so slow, and he throw them from one hash to the next hash, and you got tonight. Do me a favor, all of y'all, do me a favor. Just go back for like 10 minutes and go look how he throws. They have the film just on YouTube, just a random video of him throwing film passes against Central Michigan. My corners are not going to allow that. You guys are throwing stop routes, and they are just barely 6 seconds, not getting there.
Yeah.
Just like, even on the corner post route that he threw to Thomas, I watched that one. I was like, the pressure up front. You guys, I know y'all like it, but you got to be non-biased and look at it too and be like, okay, against a better front, against the number one defense in college football, where that hold up?
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
I mean, I guess we're going to find out. And I also want to, I'm not sure Ohio State's the number one defense in football. And even if you gave me statistics that indicated it, I'd go, oh yeah, bro, Youngstown State, awesome, bro. Rack up those stats. Like, we're going to find out tomorrow, man. In a lot of ways, this is game one for us both.
Yeah, you damn right. Then I like you said that too, because you ain't lying, man. We ain't play no damn.
Yeah, neither did we. Neither did we really. And NC State looked like shit tonight, and they were supposed to be the tough team we played. So I think this is almost like week one for both of us to figure out where we're at, man.
And see, and another thing, what people don't understand, when we played Indiana the first game, we were thinking the Indiana of old. This is the first year that Indiana came out running the triple option. So we basically, if you guys go back and look at that game, the whole Indiana, you just take time out and look. We played Navy. You guys prepared for Navy. We didn't. We thought we was going to come out playing a pro-style offense. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But anyway, long story short, we will see tomorrow. And like I said, we have flaws too, because I do not trust my offensive line. I do not trust. I don't trust my left tackle.
Yeah. And I've heard I've heard a lot of Ohio State people say that.
I tried to give him a few weeks. But he looks sometimes.
This might make you feel better. I don't trust Notre Dame to get home. Like, that's a question. You have a question about the left tackle. I'm not sure I could count on Notre Dame to get home and get pressure on the quarterback. So you have a vulnerability there. I don't feel like I've seen enough to trust Notre Dame could get off that edge and get after that guy. But hey, Kent, I really appreciate you calling, and we've been waiting for this a long time. We've been going back and forth over a year now since last year. And man, it's been a long time. And also, both from Pat and I, sorry about your family situation. We, our thoughts are with you, man. And
love.
Yeah, we're sorry for your loss, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. See, I don't even think about that, man. Come on.
Oh, well, then never mind. I don't feel bad anymore. Screw you. Go Irish. Like, is that better?
Kent, you made our prayers.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My mind, I'm you just don't even know how many articles and film and post game thing I can watch about y'all. So I'm on it. I don't think I'm gonna sleep tonight, but I'm gonna sleep.
I know.
But I'm
all right. Hey, Kent, hey, wait. I got a main question.
Why you ain't doing no morning show? Why the hell you ain't doing no? You can do something at damn 2:00 or how the hell you ain't gonna do nothing before 7
How many goddamn times do I gotta go live in 1 week, man? I went live this morning. I'm going live tonight, and then I'm going live after the game. Can I ever relax?
For an hour show,
huh?
How much you want for that for 6 o'clock? What time the game start?
Dude, look at you, man. How many hours do I got?
7:30 Eastern.
Live? God dang, give me a break,
How much
man.
you want before an hour? How much you want an hour before the game starts? Show.
Come on, man. Give me a break. What if I want to relax and watch a little football for a day? Call me after. Win or lose, call me after, Kent. Call me after.
No, hell no. I might. I know. If
You might. Meaning, you. No.
But I'm gonna show my face. I'm gonna show my face in the chat, but I might not call. You understand? Because
no. All you're saying is you might, meaning if you win, you want to chirp, and if you lose, we'll never hear from you again. That's what you mean when you say you might. Don't BS me.
No. Ain't no way in hell I do no. Hell no. Come on, the season ain't over. Yeah, you just keep, shit, you lost. Shit. It is. Get back. They ain't won since the 1800s. Since the Romans was running the world and shit.
I appreciate you. That's funny. I appreciate you, bro. I hope you have a good night and enjoy the football tomorrow. Okay, man. Thank you.
That was good.
Hey, Pat, goddamn, you can say something. Say it.
Well, hey, I was letting you go. I was appreciating the analysis. You know more about Notre Dame football than most Notre Dame fans do.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You literally know more probably about the roster and those position guys than like half the fan base. I genuinely am impressed, man. I really am.
I'm finna go. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm finna go, but let me tell you.
Thanks for calling, Kent. Love it.
Tyree. That some bitch is quick.
Yeah.
He's quick. And
Yeah.
he remind me. He remind me that little go whatever route he ran to score a long touchdown against Central Michigan.
Yeah.
He reminded me of the same route that the dude put against my safety against Georgia that burnt me for like 1,000 yards when we up. He just scared me running it and then slide against safety. I'm scared.
Man, I'm telling you, Ken, you've done some good film breakdown, buddy. Thank you.
I might have to get a uniform and just, you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, man. I'm kind of impressed. You know a lot about the Notre Dame roster, buddy. All right, Ken, have a good one and call me back tomorrow night if you feel like it.
Phone.
Huh? Get off my phone.
My damn phone.
You called me, bro. You called me. I don't know what you're talking about. You called me. Now you're telling me to get off my own line. Matt, I genuinely didn't expect him to know that much about the roster.
Oh, he's deep. He's deep.
Yeah.
So two things he pointed out that I wanted to touch on. I didn't want to interrupt his flow because he was doing good. Well, three things. First one, Ohio State people. That's a troll. That's how you troll. That's how you troll. You get it, and you get yourself on here, and you're able then to have a really good conversation with us.
Yeah.
Much love to Kent. Kent comes in here. He breaks balls every time he's in here, but then he gets on the phone, and that's the kind of conversation we have. So Ohio State people, he's an Ohio State guy. Kent is not a Notre Dame guy. He's an Ohio State guy. Take a lesson from that.
Yep. I was genuinely impressed to hear how he knew, and like the details about Hart and Morrison. That is like Notre Dame stuff. I'm genuinely impressed. Yeah, that was good.
Second thing. Kent's analysis was spot on as far as weaknesses, especially for Ohio State. He doesn't like his offensive line. I don't like my defensive line. I don't like Notre Dame's defensive line. But I think in a situation where it's easier for a questionable defensive line to overcome a questionable offensive line, because an offensive line by nature is on their heels. So I think the two weaknesses there puts Notre Dame at an advantage. So I think that what Kent was calling out is spot on, but I think it gives Notre Dame advantages.
Yep.
And then the third thing he was talking about the routes that Notre Dame receivers are running and the fact that they look slow. This goes back to my comment for anybody who was here at the beginning of the show, where I said the Notre Dame offense, if you go back and watch the film like Kent was doing, it was very vanilla. It was very, very vanilla. I do think you're going to see a different style of play calling, different style of route running. It's not going to be just those comebackers, because when you're Tyree and you're running an in route, you're blowing a Navy defender 10 yards back. So yeah, you're going to be wide open. There's going to be some different calls here. It all comes down to, can Notre Dame's offensive line give Hartman enough time for those plays to develop?
Yeah.
Kent, great call.
Yeah, that was a good call by Kent. And I'm just glad he's in a better mood than he was a few weeks ago. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
330, you have waited a while, and I apologize. It's your time to shine.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. You got a good phone line. Yeah, what's the deal here? Now, wait a second now. You're a first-time caller. I could see it in my system. And it says Ohio. So I got to ask, which side are we coming from here on the aisle?
Okay, listen. I grew up in Ohio, but I was raised an Irish fan. I've been a Notre Dame fan since the day I was born, and I go to school here now. So I'm actually on campus as we speak.
Ah, that's beautiful. Right. I saw that Ohio, and I was getting ready to hate you.
I need to hear it.
Happen now. That's beautiful.
I want to know, what's campus like right now?
Yeah, tell us now.
Wait a second. I got a question. Yeah. How are you calling and watching this show? Shouldn't you be out, partying your ass off, chasing tail?
Good point. Shouldn't you be out on the town right now partying? What are you doing talking to us? Shouldn't you be out and about, man?
You're one of those kids that goes to the library on Saturday night.
I got a long day tomorrow. I'm a part of the marching band, actually.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Congratulations. That's great, man. That's a big honor, man. That's a big honor. That is our thing to do. Congratulations to you. That's fantastic.
Well, thank you so much, man. Yeah, as soon as I get off the phone, I'm going to head to the Dome to go to Drummer Circle at midnight.
Oh,
so
man.
That's my way of going out and celebrating.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it. And can I give you something else on this, on the band? I want to let you know that the Midnight Drummer Circle I love, but can I tell you the rotunda thing that they do in the administration building on game day? I love that too, man. When you guys get it echoing and you're waving them trumpets, dude, it gets me going. I love it, man. Keep it up.
Oh,
we need to get a short for the Always Irish.
But we've been talking about it all week, and I know you've been making multiple references to it, and I know we were talking about it earlier, like ever since Thursday, and I've seen this happening. Campus has been buzzing like I've never seen it before in the 3 years that I've been here.
Yeah.
I've never felt this before. I've been a fan for the last 20 years, and I've never felt this before. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
You could just tell, man, like it's hard to put into words, but there's just a feeling and you can't like put it into words. It's just like this undercurrent of electricity that runs through everybody and you just kind of feel it. And It's very rare, man. I'm significantly older than you, especially if you're in college. I am like double your age. So trust me when I tell you this, man. Soak in every minute of these vibes. This is rare. This does not come along often. It's not every year that you're guaranteed to have one of these moments. Like, it takes a unique confluence of events to all make this vibe you're experiencing. I'm telling you, every single bit of it, soak in, man. This is a big deal. I haven't felt it since 05 Bush Push. Bush Push 05 was the last time I felt the campus like this, and that was a long time ago. But that magic,
yeah, I was 2 years
the
old when that
mystique,
happened, but
yeah.
I heard a lot about it.
Yeah, you were 2 and I was 20. Thanks a lot, buddy. But that was the last time I felt anything that came close to this in terms of vibes. Soak it all in, man. I'm telling you, this is going to be something you're going to remember. It's special what's going on those grounds right now. It is special.
Oh, yeah. And this is just a cool message to anybody who might be going to the game tomorrow. Please show out. Please be loud. Wear your green. I'm tired of hearing of the 60-40 already.
Yeah.
You know, it's getting ridiculous at this point.
I don't think it's true.
Like, we don't need that to happen.
Yeah.
Especially like from the band standpoint. It also affects us as well. Like, we support the team as much as like all the fans do. And so we all just need to be able to show up and show out, all of us collectively.
Yeah. It's man, I don't believe this 60-40. I just don't. Now, if we would have lost the game leading into this, then I could see Notre Dame fans selling. I do not. 60-40 would shock me. I need to see it to believe it. I don't believe it. If it happens, I'll be shocked. And I'll be very disappointed in the Notre Dame season ticket base. But I got to see it to believe it. 60-40 is too much. I don't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. Can I ask, what instrument do you play?
I'm a saxophone player.
Oh, look at you, man. Smooth on the sax. I like it, baby. Play it at horn. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
You got it right now? Wait, hold on. Do you have it?
Yeah, he's tuning it
can we
up
get some,
for the
yeah, can we get a little something?
We ain't trying to play it for you, Pat.
I'm saying for Always Irish. Can we get a little something going here?
Oh, man. Dude, that's what you need to do. You need to call in live when you guys are doing the drummer circle. We'll just play the music. I
think we need the fight song played right now. I don't know about you, John.
Yeah, I mean, I'd see what I can do. I don't know if they stream that or not, but yeah, it's definitely like I go to it every game, and you know the motto that we have is victory starts at midnight. As soon as the clock hits at midnight, you know it's game day, and everybody's hyped.
I love that so much, man. And I'm telling you, that midnight thing, it just has a feel, man, because there's only a certain crowd that's out at that time, that wants to be out at that time, that can't sleep, that's all worked up. Like everybody, it's a unique vibe. And again, it's a very Notre Dame-y thing. And I love it, man. It's great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I've really been looking forward to this game. I know we brought up, I am from Ohio. I went to an Ohio school. I grew up there. I went to high school there, and I was the single Notre Dame fan in a sea of red. So it was I kind of stood out when I was growing up, and I got to go here now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
have that home connection.
You're home now. You're home now, man. That is amazing, man. Congratulations. That's beautiful. I don't think I've never had a Notre Dame active band member call. I love it. It's beautiful, man.
Well, thank you so much, man. No, I really appreciate everything you guys. I always try to watch as often as I can, especially like going into games, trying to be able to gauge everything. Cause the band's got to bring a lot of energy to every game.
Yeah.
That's like our biggest thing. So we got to be able to, whether it's a big game like this, or whether we're going in and playing like Tennessee State or something like that, we always have to make sure to bring the same amount of energy. And it's always important to know what's going on and how we might be able to contribute the team better.
Yeah. And I just want to tell you, we really appreciate it, man. The Notre Dame band is a cool thing with a lot of tradition that we all respect. And that's a very cool thing. And it's not a very easy thing to be a part of. So congratulations to you for all that, man. It's a great story. Ohio, but like Notre Dame, at Notre Dame, now Ohio's coming here. It all lines up for you, man. I hope you have a fantastic day tomorrow, man. Get out there and play that sax at midnight, baby.
Well, thank you so much, man. And I just want to say I would have showed up to the tailgate last week if I didn't have 8:30 a.m. rehearsal in Loftus. So I walked right past you guys while I was in uniform, but I wish I would have been able to stop by.
Hey,
so
I totally understand.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but I totally understand you have game day obligations other than just drinking Miller Lights with me and Pat. I get it, man.
Tomorrow, I'm going to be at the same spot tomorrow. So if you're walking by again, I'll be at the same exact spot.
Pat will be over there tomorrow. He'll be there. But man, enjoy this. Soak it all in, man. This is really a great experience, and this is rare, man. I'm a lot older than you. Trust me when I tell you these moments are rare. Soak it all in, breathe it all in, feel that electricity, man. I've been chasing that 05 Bush push feeling at Notre Dame's campus forever, and I hope tomorrow provides it for you, man. Do your part as best as you can and root the guys on. That's all we can do.
Oh, yeah, I will. I look forward to everything, and hopefully you'll be seeing me on College game day tomorrow. I think we're performing in the morning, so hopefully I'll be able to
awesome.
Show out there.
Hey,
and
you know what?
Everybody ready for the game.
Listen, I want to see you on College game day, and I want to see my logo on College game day. I got my people out there with my flags. I want to see my shit on there at 8 a.m. too, damn it. I want some free marketing off ESPN.
Hey, listen, if I'm able to get a sign up while I'm out there, I'll be able to do that for you. No problem.
Beautiful. I appreciate it, man. Have a good one. This was a unique call. Thank you, man. Yeah. Call again.
Thank you so much again.
No
Great
problem.
job, buddy.
I will. Thank you so much again.
Oh, no problem. Man, what a nice guy.
You know, in 2 years, John, that kid's going to be making more money than both of us combined.
Yeah, no shit. Newt Bradley, which is Newt Rockney's twin brother, Pat. Does that seem familiar to you?
Yeah.
John, why are you not going to the game? This is the biggest weekend, the biggest week on YouTube I have ever had. And I'm not going to lose the end of it by being at the game. Like I would not be doing this now. So I would have, if I go to the game, I'm going to go on this game. I would have went today. I would lose the morning stream. I would lose tonight's stream. I would not be able to do a post-game stream. And this is how I make money to live. So the equation is now changed to where what John wants to do for entertainment isn't the most important thing. So if I'm there, I'm not doing any of this. I'm getting no revenue, and that's not good for the brand. So I told my parents, you guys go in the stadium tonight. You go drink beer with The Rock. I don't care. And it's what needed to be done. Why not stream for the game? I don't even get a text message when I'm in Indiana. You think I have Wi-Fi, bro? I don't even get text messages or phone calls. There's no way to stream.
I don't have a problem, and I have AT&T. I don't know what your problem is.
I have this, and I have that. Well, my phone.
You have AT&T? Don't you? You have AT&T.
I do.
What do you got? An iPhone? What do you got? An iPhone 2?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, guys, we're going to need some more super chats. My boy needs to upgrade his iPhone.
We got an 815. Make it come alive. I'll be right back. Go yell at Pat.
Who is it?
815. The funny thing is, John, I called to talk to you. I'm a blast from the past. You and I went to college together. I believe we played intramural baseball together, and I believe we played high school baseball against each other. You said I had the coolest haircut of all time. Wanted to check in. We haven't talked in a while.
Who is this?
I kind of wanted to see how you're doing, but I kind of already know how you're doing. Kind of wanted to see who your X factor is for tomorrow, minus Sam Hartman. Who's going to be the offensive X factor?
So
tomorrow,
first, John wants to take your piss. Who? I went to college with John. Who is this?
My name is Joe. If John would know who I am. I haven't talked to John in about 4 years.
Okay.
Unfortunately, kind of wanted to call tonight because the Big Ten and big supporter of the channel. Yeah, so I went to college. I probably lived in the other on the other side of the dorm
John
hall.
and I were in Thomas.
I was on the south tower.
Okay.
On the north tower.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
You played because I used to go watch his intramural baseball games because you had Tyler and Tony
you were,
and.
It was John and I's senior year. You weren't.
Oh, I graduated already. Yeah. I'm a year older than John. Okay, makes sense. All right, Kaden, I think for Notre Dame, it's got to be Tyree. Tyree is probably the player who can make the biggest difference, at least early in the game. So in the first, second quarter, I think Tyree breaking out and getting some big plays. Whether it's an end around, which they have not run with him all year, and I don't know why, and I'm hoping they're just waiting for this game, or some slant plays or some screen plays to Tyree that can get him loose that'll be fantastic. The second half, if you have a lead and you can lean on Estime and you could start to wear down their defensive front, so I definitely think there's two aspects to this game. Getting a quick start, you need Tyree. If you're not talking about Sam Hartman as the big key to the game, and then in the second half, if you have a lead, it's all about Estime and getting Estime to wear that defense down in the second half.
Yeah, I would actually agree with you. I think Tyree is definitely the X factor. And my question to you guys too is how much have we seen of the offense the last 4 weeks? 20%, 30%? Are they saving it for tomorrow?
I don't know if it's
seen.
Wait. I think you've seen most of it, but there's got to be some wrinkles tomorrow. That'd be my answer.
Well, I don't think it's like if you've seen most of it. I think it's more of what you have seen is vanilla. Like there's going to be, there's no like fakes where, it's the receiver runs an in and up, you're not seeing that right now. And I think you're going to start to see more of that. So that's just what I'm interested in.
There's got to be wrinkles. And I walked in when you were discussing Tyree. Secret weapon.
That's what the question
I don't know. I don't care if it's a sneaky wheel route or an end route. I don't know, but I'm all for it. So I think he could be a secret weapon tomorrow. I want to see some things that I haven't seen yet that they're holding back. I'm all for getting JD Price and Love involved too in the passing game a little bit. If there is wait, what do you mean this is an old classmate of mine? Who is it?
That's what I asked. He said he played baseball with you in
John,
year.
You missed the intro.
No, I go take one leak and I miss everything. Who is this?
I've been on hold for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I probably haven't spoken to you since pre-pandemic. You and I, to give you a little history, stayed in the same dorm hall together in college. We played the same intramural baseball team. And probably the biggest clue I can give you is you and I played high school baseball against each other in the regionals. In the handshake line, you said I had the coolest haircut you'd ever seen.
You are Joe Malter.
Good. Dude, I've fallen off the face of the earth the last few years. I just wanted to call, especially tonight. Love what you're doing. Congrats to you and all of your success and just doing this full time. I know that's what you've been dreaming of forever. So just full support for you guys. Love what you're doing.
Hey, Joe, that means a lot to me because you knew me when I was 18 years old and you know how much I love this stuff. And you know from back then that this is all I've ever wanted to do, man. This is it. This is all I've ever wanted to do. And you knew me when I was 18 and this was my world back then. You know how much I love it, man. I really appreciate you coming full circle.
No, I wouldn't have held on this long, but I for you, I'd do anything. So I know all the other callers saying, oh, they listened to you since last year or whatever. Like you texted me the first podcast you ever did. And I listened to it then. So I was probably one of your first 10, followers for that. So super appreciate what you're doing. And you are just on the money with a lot of your takes and how things are going. I mean, you and I even texted about like Freeman, prior to Freeman, of us getting rid of Kelly, like they needed to find somebody that made Notre Dame cool again. And I think they found the guy. And I think people are starting to take notice of that, and the recruits and and things like that. Like he's making it cool again for people to come.
Yeah.
You know, where Kelly didn't do that.
Yep. It's a totally different vibe, Joe. Dude, Pat, you remember Joe? You lived in Thomas too, bro. You remember him, or did I miss that part of the conversation?
No, I was trying to figure out who he was, and I can't remember.
If we've ever met.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me. We were in
John
the
and I were
same
neighbors.
dorm. You live right next to me in that dorm in Thomas Hall. Joe, I know you know. There's no way you don't. We were in the same dorm all those years.
Well, one
There's
year.
a bunch of guys that played Halo on your floor that we played with. I don't know if he was part of those guys or not.
No, I didn't do that
honestly,
shit.
John, you and I have watched one half of football together, and that's it. And it was in the lobby of Thomas
You made
Hall.
a half?
The first game. It was the first game. Yeah, that was it. And
that's the longest anyone has ever sit in a game with John.
Joe,
That was Brady Quinn's first game. Came back.
I do a lot better watching football alone, Joe. I'm not good at watching in a group. I need to be alone, man. I got problems. I need to be alone. I'm not good in a big group, buddy.
My wife, credit to my wife. She gives me the freedom, but like people invite us over, and I tell them it's like it's not good. Like you're putting me in a situation to be a huge asshole, and I don't want to be that person. Just let me watch it alone, and I'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always better doing that alone. But man, we had a lot of those nights, man, rooting on Notre Dame and drinking late into the night. I'm glad this came full circle, man. And you know, handful of years ago, me and my dad, we went to a game with you and your fiance back then. I remember that, right? It was 5 or 6 years ago, right?
No, that was 2012 Michigan. She was my girlfriend at the time, now wife.
There's no way that was 10 years ago. That was 10 freaking years ago.
No,
that was 11.
Yeah, that was
11.
Michigan. And the
Jesus.
last time I ever saw you was we were walking. It was the 2014 Northwestern game, and we were walking through the white lot, and you just yelled from, I'd say, probably half a mile away, and you noticed us, and we went over and talked to you. I think you were there with your uncle. That was the last time I'd ever seen you.
Man.
So, yeah, it's been a while. I remember you and your dad freaking out at the Michigan game.
That doesn't seem like something the Kennedys would do to get emotional about a Notre Dame game. Joe, this is such a good vibe. And Freeman, I just have a feeling about Freeman, man. Right guy, right time, right vibes, right place. It feels different this time. And I'm excited about it, man. This is a new opportunity for Notre Dame. This all feels different, man. It just does. Feels right.
Yeah. No, I agree. I've watched enough Notre Dame football to know not to get too excited about this one. But as you said earlier today, like if it's not now, then when is, it's got to be right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not confident, but this is our best chance. I don't know how good they are. I know they haven't played anybody, but like, if it's not now, when is it going to be?
Yeah. Nope. I agree with you, man. This is exciting. We waited a long time for this kind of vibe again. But Joe, it means a lot to me, man, because before all this show and anybody knew who I was, you were one of the guys I used to commiserate with when I was 18 years old about Notre Dame. And it just means a lot to me that this has come full circle. Means a lot, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there's no better week to reach out than this week. So I've been thinking about it all week. I'll catch your stuff, every once in a while. And you're putting out so many things now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So I caught today. I was like, you know what? I got to call in. I'll wait however long. And I'm glad I did. I got a new phone number. I'm going to text you the new number shortly here so you have it. Just so, because I know you and I never talk out of season because it's not good for either one of us.
Yeah.
But I'll at least shoot you a text, chat.
Beautiful, man. And then I also learned that you are related to JD. And so there's a connection there because him and they are like close friends of mine now. And JD and I had a connection, and then he goes, "Oh, my cousin thinks he knows you. I told him to look at this crazy Notre Dame guy." And then you started laughing and go, "I've known that guy since I was 18 years old, man." It's a small Notre Dame world, Joe. It's a small Notre Dame world, baby.
It is. You mentioned him on a show like maybe a year ago, and I was late at night, and I'm like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's nuts. But JD's just a crazy Notre Dame. He's probably, there tonight or like banging on the Ohio State hotel's windows or setting up the fire alarm at the hotel or something.
Yeah, he's at a different
it's hilarious
level.
that you knew him. And yeah, he's just
so diehard.
So
and he's a
Joe,
great guy
Joe,
too, so.
here's what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to go to a family event where you'll both be there, and then I can see JD and I can see you. We'll have a reunion. That's what we're going to do. All right.
You would fit right in, I can tell you that.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'll be there, baby.
I really appreciate it. Good luck just with your business and your channel, and also just good luck and good health tomorrow. I've been having a hard time breathing the last 3 hours or so, and I don't think it's going to get any better until tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be
I wish
rough.
you the best of luck tomorrow.
It's going to be rough for my blood pressure. Joe, thank you so much, man. Pat, that means a lot to me, man. I met that guy 18 years old in high school. I met that guy. It's a long time.
I mean, we lived in the same building. He played intramural baseball with you, but I don't remember him.
You would know him if you saw him. I'll show you.
Probably.
I got a picture of me, you, him, and Rudy. Angela, I'll send you the picture. You'll
shit.
recognize his face. Yeah, I do.
It makes me
And
feel
you'll
like
know it right away. And you'll go, oh, shit, he lived 3 doors down. 859, you're on the line. No F-bombs. Tim, no F-bombs.
859, you're on the line. No F-bombs.
No, hey, wait a minute. I'm not going to cuss. But how about let's clean it up using the Lord's name in vain?
Ooh, busted.
Hello?
Bad Catholics. Busted. Who?
That was used several times. So yeah, I will. The vibe. I'll go to the famous score, 31-30.
Oh man, 31-30. You're bringing up some old school there with the 31-30, aren't you?
Well, hey, that's when the vibe was great. That 93, I was on campus both those. One as a student and one as a out 4 years. It was built up. But the thing is, we got it done. We have to get it done tomorrow. If we don't, I think Freeman's the right guy. I think you guys are a little harsh on him, still a little bit. Last year was not that bad a year. Your generation would have ran Lou Holtz out after the first 2 years, for God's sakes. Freeman had a good first year.
I thought it was a good year. I thought it was a good year for him last year.
Yeah, I mean, you had the but if you didn't have Marshall and Stanford, everybody would have said, "Oh, great first year."
Fantastic.
But it's like nobody can forget Marshall and Stanford, even though it was shitty circumstances. Nobody can let that go.
I will take. Like I said this before. I will take.
I agree they were bad losses, but look what Holtz did. He lost 5 games by a total of 14 points.
Yeah,
granted, the competition was a little bit better, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get Freeman gets it. And for the love of God, can we stop bringing up Brian Kelly? If he had any love of Notre Dame, we might have won a title. He was lazy. He didn't get Notre Dame. And you brought it in your documentary about the spirit with Rockney. Don't forget Parsegan. Parsegan loved Notre Dame too.
Yeah.
So I think he has a little mojo as the juice.
No,
he gets the program.
Tim, you're right.
That clown never did, and he's going to get burned down in LSU. There's an old adage. It's called karma. And the karma's going to come back to bite him, except it just tells you how stupid those people are in LSU. Because all Kelly got out of it was one hell of a retirement package.
Yeah. No,
but
you're right.
My point with his first year is that he was a new head coach, and that year taught him how to be a head coach. Those losses to Marshall and Stanford made him a better head coach, and I think we are seeing that now. So I definitely think that first season was a learning experience for him, and it was a good year as a result.
You nailed it.
It's a good point,
Pat. You nailed it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I'm gonna lose my mind because I brought this up. My friends wanted to commit me. And it's funny. It's all the color of red, Satan's color. But when Nebraska, I wanted Notre Dame's administration to step in back then. I think that was like 94 and 95. And I lost my mind. I said, you pull the season tickets, you do that. They didn't have the technology back then. If it goes 60-40 tomorrow and they don't do anything to curve this and just look the other way because there's money involved, then I'll lose it. I will absolutely lose it. And don't tell me you're an ND fan. If you get the tickets like that, why are you selling? Are you that hard up for money? Root of all evil, money. If you sold your tickets just because you need a couple extra $100 or $1,000, then really what'd you use your degree for? Nothing? Come on. That's a joke. Because that's where the tickets are coming from.
Yeah, no, it's our people. So I don't believe the 60-40. I have a very hard time believing. I wanted it to be 20.
It better be.
I wanted it to be 80-20.
If you're not a true ND fan. If you sell one ticket, it should be their allotment and that's it. And if you ever sold your ticket, because John, you know how much money I got offered as a 22-year-old kid back in 1988. You know how much money I got offered for those Miami tickets? Because I had 50 online seats as a student. You know how much money I got offered?
I don't know. What was
Hey,
the
yeah.
inflation back then? I don't know. What's the I don't know.
Not that much. We're not
Yeah. But
$2,000.
even back then, that
I'll
was a
give you
lot of
story
money
'cause I
back
came by it
then.
naturally.
That was a lot of money back
Yeah,
then.
I come by it naturally. No, I got a better story. That's how much I live and die. And this is no God's joke. You know the famous tie between Army and Notre Dame when it was a 0-0 tie? I think it was I want to say 44, 45 in that range. My dad was an engineer for a Ford, and he walked out and went to lunch, and he came back to his desk, and he had 2 tickets to that game. Somebody offered him a year's salary, and he turned it down.
Jeez.
Wow.
Man, I'm telling you, you're loyal. But I agree with you. If it's 60-40, I'm going to have a stroke. And then I want to know, I want all those people's season tickets revoked. You're not able to renew them. The technology.
They have the technology.
Tim, the technology.
But John, you have been working with that administration. Do you think they do it, or is it just hearsay? Our lip service. I guess is what I should say.
I think we got to see what it actually looks like in the stadium. I think 60-40 is ludicrous.
I am impressed that I've heard Notre Dame's ticketing group specifically had meetings trying to figure out how to prevent this and how to do all this. And that's how they came up with the idea to not put the OSU allotment all in that one corner in the opposite end zone. They're usually in that corner. They decided to spread their tickets out so there's not a big section. I'm impressed that Notre Dame is at least trying to address it. We need to see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if there's adjustments from there, we need to take the next step.
Because by the way,
40, I'm not believing 60-40 till I see it. That is ludicrous. I am going to, before the game's even kicked off, I'm going to lose my shit. If I see so much red in there, I'm going to lose it. I'm not going to be able to handle it.
I'll send you pictures.
Not going to be able to handle it.
Like I said, they get their allotment. That's it. I think it's 20,000 seats or 18 to 20. That's it.
No, it's not even that. No. It's like 5, 6, 7, 8,000.
Yeah, I think it's like 8,000.
20. No. 8.
Yeah, it's like
it
8.
used to be 8, and they've drawn it back. So I think it's 5 or 6, 7 now. It ain't even 8. 20 bullshit. So if it's 60-40, we're selling, and I hate our fans.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. They've got the technology because all those things are on the phone. It's all digital. Do the work. You've got enough money sitting there. You've got enough high-tech people. Track it down, get it done if you really care. But here's the problem.
Just ways they can sell.
I really think they give a damn. No, I don't. That's why we have won in 35 years.
Yeah.
Notre Dame has the power to go to, was it SeatGeek is their ticket vendor? They have the power to go to SeatGeek and create an alternative market for Notre Dame fans to sell tickets to Notre Dame fans. They could do that tomorrow if they wanted to. They could say, we don't want to see our stadium like this ever again. We want to make sure, we want to give a mark, like the Blackhawks did this with their hockey tickets. They created a market for Blackhawks fans to sell their tickets to Blackhawks fans. Notre Dame could do that as well.
Yeah. And so I want to see what it is. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm not going to react to a random tweet. I say that, but I lost 5 years off my life tonight yelling about it, but I'm going to give it a chance. Let's see what it is, and then we'll adjust. But Tim, you live and die this stuff. You've been there for some big moments. And
more than you ever know.
Yeah. And this is the next one of those big line of moments that could be, we want it to be, we hope it'll be, everything's lining up. This could be a kind of a turning point for modern Notre Dame football, but we got to take care of business. I want you to enjoy the game, try and get some sleep, and then it's going to be a long day tomorrow till this game, baby.
The only good thing about it is, if you look at it, the day lines up perfect. You watch a little bit of game day, but I hate ESPN. But then you've got a good game at noon. You got a good game at 3:30. Let's hope those games go well.
Yep.
Right into our game.
Yep. And
so
Tim,
it isn't too long a day.
Tim, let me give you this though. I'm giving the okay for Notre Dame people to watch game day tomorrow because I have my people out with those flags. And I want to see if I see my flag flying on national TV at 8 a.m. tomorrow, I'm switching from coffee to beer, and it's going to be a long damn day for everybody. That's what I'm saying, man. I want to, that is the best free marketing I can ever get. All the BSPN BS, if I can use them to my advantage tomorrow, I'm going to, man. Have a good night, Tim, and then call me
Hypothetically,
after the
I'm
game.
a business guy. How much? Seriously, John, how much would that help you? Really? Do you have any idea? Have you run numbers?
I don't know yet because I don't know how that goes. If you see an Always Irish flag, it doesn't say, YouTube on it. So are people going to Google it and then find there? I don't know how that's going to go. But I know on social media, it's going to hit because people are going to see it. And then it's going to, social media, it would be a hit no matter what. Nationally, I don't know how many subs I'm going to gain or whatever, but I want that logo on national TV for free. That's a big priority of mine.
I really hope you take off, but John, I love you to death. I love your show. I appreciate all your time. The only negative I have towards you, I know you got to do it, but for the love of God, you got to stop letting all these trolls and all these clowns in.
Yeah.
Because I'm too old. I can't take old people. I can't take that.
I know.
I can't.
It's hard.
I'm not a good Christian when it comes to that.
I know. It's hard, man.
Can't.
It's hard. I just want to keep a mix. I don't want it to just be people that are all on our side. And so I try and let the other.
Well, I like that. We're the good side.
Yeah. I know, but I need a little juice. I like mixing it up, but then it crosses a line and then it gets too far. It's not a perfect science, Tim. Don't let it bug you.
No, I know. Hey, I hope I'm calling you tomorrow about 10 beers in and we're happy, not depressed. I won't call in if we lose. Because I can't guarantee what my language will be.
I know.
So I won't do tonight.
Yeah, you have a lot.
I love you both.
Tim, you have a good self-awareness, brother. Good self-awareness. Have a good night, and hopefully tomorrow's even better.
You take care and God bless. Go Irish.
God bless. Man, that dude
There,
loves
Tim.
Notre Dame so much, Pat. That guy, he loves
great.
Notre Dame so damn much.
Yep.
Pat, I got a few calls left. Why don't we breeze through them quick, and that'll be it for the night. You got a couple more minutes?
Yeah, I could do a couple more minutes.
Okay. All right. We got a few more. Let's go through them quick. I'm going to try and get the people that have never called before to give them a chance. 717. What's going on?
What's going on, Always Irish?
Telling you what, man, it's a big
Can you hear
weekend.
me?
Oh, I can hear you. It's a big weekend, and I am very excited, man. This is an exciting situation. I would like to know where your mind's at right now.
I love what you've been saying about how the energy is just different. I've been watching Notre Dame for pretty much since I've been born, and I've never felt anything like this.
Well, no. Time out. How old are you?
14.
Well, there you go. Your whole life is Brian Kelly, dude. You have no idea what real Notre Dame
Exactly.
football is like. No, you've been trapped You've been trapped with Brian Kelly. You have no idea what real Notre Dame football is supposed to be about or feel like or look like. You have no idea. And I say that with respect.
Tell me about it, bro.
I'm just telling you. You don't know what it's like, man. The Kelly era was not real Notre Dame football. He never understood it. He never bought in. He never wanted to be a part of it. He resented the fans at the end. This is what it's supposed to feel like, buddy.
Like that Clemson game last year, when they were in that fight in halftime and they ran in the locker room all jumping.
Yeah.
That was when I said to myself,
something changed.
I don't know when it's going to be.
Something changed then.
But Freeman's winning the national championship.
Hey.
Freeman's winning the national championship. I don't know when it's going to be, but he's winning the national championship.
I love that you brought that up. And why I'm saying that is at the Clemson game, I was in the opposite end zone of the tunnel. Okay. And that halftime skirmish happened. And I could see the reflection of our helmets from my end zone going into the tunnel for halftime. And they were all bouncing. All I saw was the reflection of these gold helmets going up and down. And I turned to my brother and all the Pat, I was with Tony. Tony came for that game. I told all them guys, Notre Dame's not losing this game. I could see the way those guys are bouncing into that locker room, feeding off that little skirmish. And I knew we weren't giving it up. Things changed.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. You have never seen that kind of heart in a Notre Dame team ever since Lou Holtz. You never saw that with Kelly. there was never that kind of heart and emotion.
Yeah,
Like
he was an
since I'm young,
anti.
I had never seen anything
No.
that.
Kelly didn't know how to properly motivate, man. I'm glad that you're 14 and not 24, and then you would have a decade of Kelly in you that you remember. Listen, this is the vibe that Notre Dame football should be, man. It's a lot better of a vibe, and I'm excited about it. Tomorrow's a major opportunity.
I'm excited for like game day because like my mom's gonna get me up like extra early to make sure we're up, make breakfast, watch game day because it's in South Bend. I'm so hyped.
Hey,
that is the greatest thing that's ever been said. My mom's gonna get me up extra early.
You got to do the chores before you're able to watch the game, or what?
I love this kid.
I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just giving you a hard time,
like,
man. It's just funny that you said that. I'm like, dude, bro, like, make sure you get your chores done. Mom will let you watch the game.
Well, the thing is, before the game, I play hockey. I have a hockey game like at 6:15. So I have to after the game, I have to rush, get undressed so I can get home for kickoff.
Well, now he just outworked us. He's gonna do
more.
He's gonna do more by 6:15 than I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
I'll be lucky if I get my morning shit done.
You are lucky. Notre Dame football is about to turn a corner, whether it happens tomorrow or it has to wait till next year. Notre Dame football is about to turn a corner, and it's going to be when you're in your prime. You are in a fantastic position, my friend. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I was just so sick of the disappointment. 2020 Bama, 2017 Miami, 2018 Clemson. I'm
telling you,
so
why
fed up
don't
with
you?
that.
Okay, imagine your feeling and then add 25 more years of misery on top of that, and that's me and Pat's life. Okay.
Hey, I got a question, bud.
I know. Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Go
Hold
ahead,
on.
Pat.
It's I don't know where you live, but it's 11 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. You got a hockey game at 6:15 in the morning?
No, PM.
Oh, PM.
Oh, PM.
Man,
yeah.
You might have to pull up lame on that one to make sure you can make the beginning of the game, man.
I don't know how I'm going to be able to focus.
Dude, everybody in the chat saying you sound like you're 25 and not 14. Are you BSing us?
No, I'm dead serious, bro. I'm serious all my life.
Everybody's saying this dude sounds like a decade older. Listen, man, this is you're about to enter a good period in Notre Dame football. I am glad you are your age because it's going to be good.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying. There's a bunch of Ohio State fans in my health class, and they're talking so much. I'm saying, hey, we got a quarterback. And last year, we hung in with them with Tyler Buckner and Kyrie Kyrie as our leading rusher that game.
Hey, listen, man. Here's what I'm going to tell you. By the time you can drive a car, Notre Dame's going to be good, damn it.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to be able to drive yourself to a ball game when Notre Dame's good.
Oh, kid, you're awesome. I love
I'm telling
this.
you, you're at a prime age. You're going to catch Freeman in his prime, buddy. I'm happy for you.
Yep.
Oh, and before I go, I just want to let you know, I'll be calling in a few weeks for the USC game because I have a lot more thoughts about that.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that. Make sure you save that number.
You don't know how much I hate them.
Oh,
you don't get how much I hate them.
you're our kind of guy. You and Pat are going to be very, very close.
That's
friends, all right?
Hey, that's exactly what I worry about with the younger ones.
Woo!
It's
Man,
exactly
baby.
what I worry about.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I like that. Pat and I are very concerned about America's youth, and it's very important to us that you hate USC. So that you're on a good track, my friend. You're on a good track, okay? I love it, man. So I want you to have a good hockey game. Enjoy the Notre Dame game. Give me a call after the game if you want.
All right.
Appreciate it,
Thanks
man.
for having me on.
No problem. Have a good one. That dude sounded like he was 25 and ready to get a rental car. I don't know. Don't you have to be? What is it for a rental car?
25.
25. Yeah, that's why that was in my mind.
I think a hotel's 21.
270. What do you know? I know that guy fell asleep on the air. Let's go. 717. Talking to you puts me into heaven. What's going on?
Johnny, how you doing?
I am rather excitable about tomorrow's football activities. That's how I am.
Well, John, I'll tell you what. You got to start playing some ping pong tonight, so that way you get in a winning mindset. Forgive me, I've been drinking about 8 Natty Daddies tonight, so I'm so hyped for tomorrow night's game that I can't sleep. I've been smoking like a pack of cigarettes since I've been on the phone and chat tonight, man. So I'm just ready to go.
It's a big moment, man. If you've been around Notre Dame a while, you feel these things out. And I genuinely mean I've not felt this level of excitement since Bush Push Week. This is a big damn deal, and it is Notre Dame's big opportunity to change a lot of narratives. It's a big chance, man. This is a big damn deal.
Well, what I don't understand is, okay, so like, yeah, it's been since 1936 since Notre Dame has beaten Ohio State. But the wars I've been facing from Ohio State fans on Facebook and whatnot is the same deal. And it's like, look, we don't play you guys every year. It's not the same thing. But we're also coming from a different dimension this year. Okay, we have Marcus Freeman in this almost the second full year. We have an elite quarterback in Sam Hartman. We have, I believe, one of the best running back core and offensive lineman core in the nation, as well as a up and coming wide receiver core. So, and our defense is going to be more exceptional than I think a lot of people think tomorrow night.
Man,
so
that is a big part of this. And I don't know, man. Like, it's just, there's no easy way to defend Ohio State's talent, man. They could beat you at the run. They could beat you at the pass. We acknowledge that they have a star-laden team. I need somebody to make a couple plays. Who is going to stand up for Notre Dame, make a couple plays? I need it.
I think on defense, you're going to see, I think you're going to see a couple guys on the secondary make some plays. And then you're going to see Bertrand, he's going to make a play or two. And then the D-line who's been hurting and kind of like they're kind of working their way in. They're going to find a way to get this Mama Luke quarterback from Ohio State, who, Ohio State thinks they're new C.J. Stroud or whatever. But I'm telling you, man, I haven't felt this. I agree with you. I haven't felt this way about Notre Dame since the Bush Push as well. And then even going back to '93 against Florida State. I mean, like I've been watching like all the old school Notre Dame videos again, and just I haven't been this excited about this team in a long time. Yeah. And as a Notre Dame fan, that's kind of sad, but at the same time also refreshing to know that we have a great coach who truly cares about this university and what these guys do, not only in the 4 years they're at the school, but the next 40 years, as Lou Holtz would say.
Yeah. Nope. You're right, man. And this is just, everything feels so right that I have anxiety that I feel so good about it. Like everything just feels so good that it's almost giving me reverse anxiety, man. It's all lining up. You got the quarterback, you got the coach everybody likes. Everybody's in a good mood. You're undefeated. You have the home game. They have the quarterback, not used to the big game environment, not tested in that yet. It all lines up for Notre Dame so much that I'm freaking myself out about it.
Well, I think that's what us Irish do. I'm also a Dago too, but that's the Irish part of us, man. Where we just constantly, if we're not worried about something, there's something wrong.
Yeah. Well,
and that's where it's like,
dude, I've always said that. My whole life, I've said, if you ain't mad about something, it just means you're not paying close enough attention. Like, I've always thought that. If there's not something, I'm dead freaking serious. Not even about sports, about life. If you're in a good mood all the time, all it tells me is you're not paying enough attention to what's going on around you. There's always something to worry about or be mad at. So what do you think, man? Does Notre Dame pull this out tomorrow? What does your gut tell you on this vibe?
Well, John, as maybe you may or may not know, this is Kenny Galley, by the way. I've been paying attention to your podcast.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for telling me that. Now I can make the connection to the screen name. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I love your podcast, man. Like, I swear, like, you and I we're brothers from a different mother, and like the callers and everybody you have in the chat are phenomenal people, except for maybe Kent.
If you and I, hey,
just kidding. He's a good guy.
if you and I are that similar, I'm sorry to your family and friends. That's all I have to say about that, because I am not a normal person. All right.
I'm not either. So, hey, but I just want to say, like, I put it in the chat that I think Notre Dame's going to win 20-10 to answer your question.
Man, okay, but you got to wait. Draw me the roadmap
Wow.
that ends with them only scoring 10 with all that talent. To me, that roadmap sounds like their quarterback is a mess, totally confused and flustered in a big dynamic, and they're not running the ball at all. Like, you got to build me a roadmap to where that team only scores 10. How could that be feasible?
Absolutely. I think, John, like, the thing about it is that he's going to come in and he's going to be overwhelmed by like this 60-40 nonsense. Like, at one point today, I kind of buckled in. I was like, oh shit. Like, like maybe like this isn't like, I hope this isn't Georgia from like, I think it was like 2017 or whatever, but like, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. And I think he's going to come in pretty flustered, and Notre Dame's our defense is going to create turnovers and create punts and third and outs and early, and we're going to score. We're going to take advantage of that.
Oh man, I love that roadmap, baby. I love that roadmap. I love you just even putting that in my brain.
But then eventually, we'll get complacent, and they may put up like, an early field goal. Like it would be like 14-3. We'll do a couple field goals, and then they'll get like a late touchdown to make us all like question our team again, and it's like, no, not this time. We're like, this is it. Like, this is a team from a different dimension. I've been saying that on all the Facebook pages of Facebook and all that. Like, this is a team from a different dimension. I truly believe in Coach Freeman and Sam Hartman and the whole squad. They're going to do it this tomorrow night. So I have full faith in them and the Notre Dame fan base to get this done.
Yeah, man, it just feels right. I don't know, man. It's like meeting the girl of your dreams. You just know when it feels right. And I have a feeling about Marcus Freeman. And I don't know if it's going to deliver tomorrow, but I feel good about this. But everything's there, man. This is why Sam Hartman came to Notre Dame. He came here for these environments, these type of games. Everybody on the inside that I know, my inside guys in that room from different ways, they have all told me these guys are locked in, John. Everybody has told me that this week. These Notre Dame guys are locked in, and they are focused, and they are ready, and they expect to win the game. They don't hope to win the game. They don't hope they have a chance to win the game. They believe they are supposed to win the game, and belief might be half of the damn job.
John, I'm telling you, like, you know more about Notre Dame than I do in terms of your connections and everything like that. But I'm truly with you. Like, I can feel it in my spirit, in my Notre Dame spirit, that these guys, they're a different breed this time around.
It feels that way. It feels that way, but they gotta prove it tomorrow. Like, I'm with you, man. I feel that, but it's just gotta manifest.
I'll tell you what, since I've been on the podcast tonight, I've probably gone through about 8 natty daddies and probably about a whole pack of cigarettes. But like, being outside right now, when I said that, like us talking, I get this like huge wind of reassurance that everything's going to be okay and everything's going to work out. And this season is going to be something to remember for the ages to come. So there's that young guy that just called you, and the other guy that was in the band and all that, and the other previous caller, like, going back, like, this is where it all comes together, and Notre Dame is on a road to victory. And I don't need that to be a cliche or whatever, but we're gonna make things happen this year, I think.
Man, I'm telling you, it is. It's a different vibe, man. And I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow. I just know Freeman's on a different track. Freeman has Notre Dame on a different track. And this is a modern Notre Dame team. I just don't know whether they're ready to jump into the bottom of whatever you consider elite. And if you beat Ohio State, and you're undefeated, you get to be in that discussion. I don't know if they're ready for that or not. But I believe in Freeman. He has the vibe that has not been here since Lou Altz, and it's a big deal to me. And if the vibe's not right, the football is not going to be right. And the vibe is right for the first time since Lou had it going in the mid-90s. And I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings, man. And by this time tomorrow night, I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, win or lose, John, I'm always with you. Okay, so that's not even an issue. But that's like we're gonna be victorious tomorrow night. And you and I, if you're able to pick up my call, and I'm gonna say, John, look, they did it. We're on our way. We're on our way back to glory, as Notre Dame always has been and always will be. Yep. Going back to Canute and Frank and Lou and Era and all those guys.
I love it.
Freeman's going to have his name up there with all those guys. It's coming.
Man, that's how I feel too. It's just a matter of how long that's going to take and what that path is. And tomorrow night we're going to get a great measuring stick of exactly where this program's at against elite talent and elite program. We're going to find out exactly where Notre Dame falls. And I'm excited about it, man. But you are very genuine and into this, and I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for waiting tonight on the line. I really appreciate it.
John, I've honestly been wanting to call in for a long time, but I just with work, I work for a charity golf company and all that. And, you and I have, I know you get thousands of emails and stuff, but you and I have certain individuals in our past that have had the same unfortunate history, and hopefully, in the spring or something, we could put something together to raise awareness for those types of individuals and make something happen.
Hey, I like that. I get exactly where you're going with that. Email me and we'll figure it out. And that's a big deal to Pat too, because we were all in that together. And that's a big deal to us. Email me whenever you're ready to get that going. Okay, man.
Absolutely. And Pat, have a great time tomorrow at the game.
Thanks.
And
appreciate it.
I truly, genuinely love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great night. Get some sleep. I know it'll be hard for all of us, but tomorrow night we'll all be able to sleep better. So God bless you all, and I love you.
There you go. Have a good one,
Thanks, man.
Thank you very much. Man.
You too, my friend.
I'm telling you what, Pat.
Johnny, Kent's changed. So Kent and I have a bet, right?
What's the bet?
The loser has to pay Always Irish $20 tomorrow night.
Well, it looks like I win no matter what. Screw you two losers.
now he's trying to change the terms on me. He wants me to wear an Ohio State jersey on the show.
Dude, I already got one. I already have a bet with the Ohio State guys I had on. If I lose, they're gonna send me a Woody hat, and I got to sit here like a dumbass and wear a Woody hat.
So he's gonna send me an Eddie George jersey to wear.
Wait, is it a Tennessee State or an Ohio State? Which one? Which is it? Where is Tennessee State?
Ken, I kind of feel like I'm winning on this one regardless.
Yeah. Look at Andrew. He must have been drinking in the garage more too. $10 for Natty Daddies. Yeah, I like that, eh?
Hell,
I like that, Andrew.
$10 will probably get you.
Pat, I'm picturing Andrew in his garage in Florida, just pacing around, sweating in the humidity of Florida. All worked up.
Yeah.
All right, Pat, we got two more calls.
Hold on, $10 will probably get you a 30-pack of the Natty Daddies.
Yeah, no shit. 706, you're in the mix. What's going on tonight?
Hello?
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
This is Zach from Alaska.
Zach from Alaska? What the hell? We got Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah, man.
Alaska? What do you mean Alaska?
That's where I live, brother. I mean, I'm originally from, Middle Illinois, grew up Irish Catholic,
What part of Middle Illinois? What part of it? Like Champaign, Bloomington? What are we working with?
Just south of Champaign, like 40 miles south of Champaign, Matthew Charleston, where EIU is.
Yeah. That's like,
know it well.
That's like where me and Pat used to live. We know where that meth capital
know
of the
it
United
well.
States is. Trust me.
Oh yeah. Meth tune, right? That's where I'm from.
He said meth tune.
Yeah, like,
he said meth tune.
He said
What's
it right.
up, man?
He said it right.
Yeah, meth tune is
Dude,
about
like-
right. Man, I'm telling you, Pat, we're hitting all over the board
Oh.
tonight, man. This is wild.
Johnny, you got to get it.
what's
You
on
got to
your
put a
mind,
map
my
up.
friend?
You got to put a map up behind you of all the states
Listen,
that call
how awesome did Big Drick, like, how awesome was his drip today on the Pat McAfee show?
Who?
Like, Audric, it looks like he's about to run through the world.
Dude, Audric was jacked as shit. He was up there. Dude, that dude knew he was going on ESPN, so of course he's going with the sleeveless shirt. I mean, that dude looked jacked and ready to go, baby.
Yo, like, I like that man, like, just a different specimen of a human being.
He really
just
is.
A different specimen of a
He
human
really
being.
is. And
but, like, really
hey,
what I
you
wanna
know what
talk
else?
about
Wait,
is,
time
like-
out, though. Kent's right,
Go ahead,
Pat.
go ahead,
This
Tom.
morning, I had a Hawaii caller. Now I have an Alaska caller. Like, this shit's going worldwide now, man. We go from Hawaii to Alaska in one day about 2 teams playing football in the Midwest. This is beautiful. We're all coming together. All right, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, like, this, like, I've been a Notre Dame fan since I can remember, right? Growing up Irish Catholic in the Midwest. Like, this is like, I don't know if I've, like, 2012 was close, but I feel like a certain way about this team. Like, just watching the first few games, like, this team is on a mission. And, like, we haven't had a quarterback like this in my lifetime, you know, that can just hit a receiver on the run.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I watched some like takes from the like some Ohio State fans takes.
Yeah,
and
what are they
they're
saying?
like,
What are they saying? Blowout?
Oh, they think our offensive line is a weakness.
I have some
And I'm
questions.
like-
I have some questions about, all right, if we're going to bring that up and be honest, I have some reservations about the right side of the offensive line, particularly
Fair.
on passing downs. I think Rocco's been a lot better. Rocco's been a lot better against the run than the pass. And I don't know why. I don't know if maybe he's not totally healthy, but I don't think Blake's been exactly what I thought he was going to be, like Joe is on the other side. If I have a worry, the right side of that offensive line might be it, to be honest.
I mean, it's kind of fair. I mean, we've seen Sam Hartman in a state of duress for a little bit, but at the same time, like, I feel like they've been holding back.
That's very interesting to me. I have been asking myself that question all week. What is there that Gerard Parker and or Al Golden, what do they have that they're holding that they're going to pull out here? Now, on the flip side of that is Ryan Day hasn't been showing all of his cards against the teams they're playing either. So that goes both ways. What does Ryan Day have up his sleeve? What do we have up ours? And who's going to be ready to block the other one? It's a big part of the game.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. However, like, we've been putting up 40 plus looking vanilla.
They would argue that they've been doing that too. Like, they would argue we've been doing that too.
And
you know, I don't know, man.
You know, I think that, like, you know, both teams clearly, like, we've seen some disparaging things about, like, who's stronger or weaker wherever. I think that, like, our offensive line is stronger than their offensive line, and then their defensive line is stronger than our defensive line. However, I think it all neutralizes, right, along that trench warfare. Like, that's where the battle's won and
right.
However, I think that we have somebody that is tried, true, tested in, you know, six year. He hits receivers on the run.
Like, I don't remember the last time I can see a receiver catching a ball in stride.
Yeah. That's a very, very good point. You know how many times I asked, what do I got to do for a Notre Dame quarterback to hit a guy while he's running and then catches the ball in stride and keeps moving with it? Like, this is the level Notre Dame's football has been at, man, and it has not been good enough.
And it's not like a one-off. Like, it's like consistently, like 4, 5, 9 out of 10 throws, that receiver is running as he catches that ball. You know, he's like Sam. Like, I'm all in on Sam Hartman, man. I was when they got him in December. Like, I'm all in.
Yep. Nope. Hey, man, he's got a good body of work. Nothing rattles the guy. He's seen it all. He's been around the block. That's why you come to Notre Dame in your last year, is to win games like this, damn it. And this is it.
Games. Just
this
win,
is
baby.
it, though. Wait, Pat, let me ask you and the caller a question. Sam Hartman has to know. Everybody's thinking this is why you come to Notre Dame. Does he feel any increased pressure due to that? Or do you think that he's so like mature that and deep in 6th year, it doesn't matter? Well, you must have muted yourself, Pat. So keep talking. Yeah, go for it. You muted yourself.
I did mute myself. I have now
Good.
unmuted myself.
Oh,
Maybe at the start of the game, when he comes out and that stadium is rocking, I don't know if he's truly ever been in that environment.
Right. Because there's no environment at Wake that's going to provide this.
Correct.
Yeah.
But he's 24 years old. He'll settle down real quick.
Yeah. That's fair. But man, this is a big opportunity for Notre Dame, and I'm just excited, man. Tomorrow's going to be an anxiety-ridden day, man. There's other games, but I am going to be a wreck tomorrow.
Bro, I've been a wreck all week. Like, you like my Twitter post about recovering from my ACL surgery? Like, I've been like just going down rabbit holes all week.
Yeah, it's going to be wild tomorrow. So this is what we've all waited for. So what does your gut tell you, man, on the way out? You think Notre Dame's going to pull it off, or what are you thinking this is going to end?
I think Notre Dame doesn't run away with it, but I think they win sizably. Like, I feel like it's a 2-score, like 10, 14-point game here.
No. I know what you did.
Minutes,
No.
You think Ohio State?
No. I know what you did. You saw Lou Holtz on Pat McAfee. Now you're on his ship, and you think Notre Dame's going to win it. You got that Dr. Lou in you.
No, I mean, I have Dr. Lou in me all the time. Don't get that wrong. But it's not. I'm not influenced by what Lou Holtz says. Like, I love him, man. He's a homer, like he has to be, right? Like we all are. But at the same time, like, it's a feeling that I've got. Like, I have a feeling that, like, I think it's an early score in the 4th quarter that we like separate, and then like. It's like it's going to keep you on the edge of the seat for the last 7 minutes of the game, where you're like, is Ohio State going to mount something, right? Like, I think it's
dude.
I think it's going to be an instant classic, and that's how I feel.
If Notre Dame's in that position, then I'm going to be happy. If it's late in the game, Notre Dame's winning, it's a big night tomorrow, man. Hey, listen, thank you very much for calling me. Call again tomorrow night. We'll go live right after. Do you have any thoughts on the way out? Thanks for the call.
I appreciate it, John. Listen, I'll probably be less than coherent tomorrow, but I'll try to give you a call.
Very good self-awareness by you, my friend. And I anticipate a lot of calls from people incoherent, whether they're happy or miserable. Thanks a lot, buddy. Have a good one.
Hey, you too, man. Go Irish.
Take care. Pat.
John.
This show's going worldwide, baby. We're all over the map.
Worldwide.
We had Hawaii this morning. We have Alaska. I got people all over. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah. No, this is a fun show tonight. I tell you, the chat has been hysterical.
It's a lot to keep track of. I can't. Hold on. I got one more call. Can we do one more? That's the last caller I got.
Yeah.
It's Rodney from the tailgate. You met Rodney.
No shit.
second time today. Rodney, what do you got, baby? He's got sleep. That's what he's got, Pat. He fell asleep. All right, that's it. No more calls. He fell asleep. He was the last one. I made him wait, but he was on this morning. I don't feel that bad.
Yeah.
Pat, go ahead with your thought.
The chat tonight, guys, you've been hysterical and also for the most part respectful. I appreciate that. Everyone has been in good character. So really, really good job. My score 38-24.
Wow. So that's a little bit of a gap then, man. That I had in the USA Today, I think 31-34 Notre Dame on a field goal somewhere in there that makes the difference. You have them winning by more of a margin, man.
It's a
Can you explain to me, build me through that, where you get that margin from?
First half is going to be a little bit back and forth. And so I could see like a 14-14, 21-21 tie at halftime. Second half, Notre Dame makes some adjustments, gets up, and that last touchdown, that 38, that it'll be like 31-24. That last touchdown will almost be like a garbage time touchdown. Game's already away from Ohio State. Notre Dame's driving down the field. They score. That's kind of what I'm seeing.
Dude, that is. Could you imagine what that would be like? I just Pat, I gotta say, man, I appreciate you being here for all this. We've been through a lot of life together and a lot of Notre Dame together. And it's important to me that you're like with me on this. And we've been through a lot of life and a lot of Notre Dame ups and downs, mostly downs. And you know this is rare and you're going to be a part of it tomorrow, man. And I'm happy for you that you and your brother are going to be there. I love you guys both.
I'm slightly nervous considering my track record.
Your track record is shit. Your track record is dog shit. The only benefit I give you is most of them have been road games. Most of your shit has been, John, I'm an asshole. I'm going to drive to Florida State. Oh, I'm an asshole. I'm going to drive to Clemson. And you said, John, do you want to go? And what did John say? I'm not driving in a car with you pricks, knowing I'm going to be miserable for 20 hours in a car driving back.
I was also at Texas.
You're a prick.
But my home record is, I was just at Central Michigan. They won that game.
You're a jinx. You're a jinx. I'm giving you the benefit because most of your big game failures are on the road. You better deliver tomorrow. You're never coming back.
I think my brother was at Michigan when they got blown out and Miami when they got blown
Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, it's the Cotter curse. Why don't you assholes stay at home and watch it on TV like a normal person? You guys suck. Stay at home and watch it on TV and quit jinxing us.
I know. I hear you. But I'll be there tomorrow. Adam, shout out Adam Dowling. Thanks for hosting me again. Love you, brother. Your wife's the best. Looking forward to the I guess fillets, he told me. We're getting steak tomorrow. So thanks, Adam. Really appreciate it.
Oh, we're getting some steak. Fancy.
Hey, John, you just introduced me to the people, and then I just keep showing up to their shit. So
yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. How do you think my parents ended up in the locker room tonight, Pat?
Yeah.
Like, it's all there's listen, man, there are benefits when you make it that far. Listen, Pat, have a good one, man. I know what this means to you, and I know how much you value this, and you're going to feel that energy. Listen, this week has been one of the best weeks for this channel we've ever had. I have been able to have bigger reach, get out to more shows, a lot of subscribers. All the numbers are really good. I thank everybody so much. None of this matters. None of this exists without you guys. That's the only reason any of this is happening, because you're all interested in it. I genuinely appreciate it. Every single one of you, all the donations. I don't care if it's $1 or $100, all of it. It all goes into the phone lines. Pat, you being here just because you love Notre Dame and you want to support all this, all of it.
It's because of you, John. I'm here the same reason all these other people are here. It's
Pat,
because of
if
you.
you need me to take your wife out tomorrow because you're at the game, I guess I'll just have to do it and show her a good night. And, I don't know.
Okay. Let's see what Jessica says about that.
He'll say, you're going to be out of the house? Go for it. Get the hell out of here. Dude, are you kidding me?
Also, I'm going to say to all the OSU fans that have been in here, most of you have been great.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Keep coming back.
I agree
Kent
with
Jackson, he's an Ohio State guy. We love Kent. Keep coming back. You're more than welcome. If the Ohio State podcasts are so terrible that you got to come listen to Always Irish, keep coming back.
Exactly.
Johnny loves you here.
But dude, seriously, Pat, all week, Jessica's been like, dude, you're acting really weird, man. She's like, what's going on? Why are you being weird? I'm like, have you looked at, do you know what's going on? She's like, Notre Dame is a night game and you're going to yell. That's what I know. I'm like, bro, you have no idea. Just let me pace around and do my thing and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
Pat,
and hey, Johnny,
thank you.
last thing for you. Great job this week. All the shows you've been on, I've tried to watch all of them. But I don't know how you have covered so much ground, but the content has been hysterical, and every benefit you get from it, you've earned it, man. Well done.
You. I knew, Pat, this is a week I had circled like all through the summer when there isn't much happening and the numbers are low and whatever. I knew this week is going to be a week to hit it hard. So I made the plans. I made the plans ahead with people like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. This is the week, man. So we're hitting it hard. We will be back tomorrow night, right after the game. We're going live, whether we're happy or miserable. We're all going to be through it together. And that's what this is about. Everybody have one more drink, one more smoke, whatever you need to do, and get some damn sleep.
So I know the expectation is I probably won't be on, but just in case I'm on the field, make sure you send me the link.
All right.
I'll come in from the field.
You know what? You might have just jinxed it by running your mouth about that shit too.
I was just waiting for Gilmore to come after me about it.
Yeah, no, I want you guys to fight it out on the 50 after we win. You know how happy that'd make me to see you guys. You know what you need to do, Pat? Send me a picture you guys hugging when we win on the 50.
You know what's going to happen, John? Gilmore and I are going to meet at the 50-yard line. It's going to be like Major League where Charlie Sheen and the third baseman punch each other.
Yeah.
And then they hug.
Yeah, it's perfect. But listen, you guys, this is a big day for Notre Dame, a big opportunity. Kent, thanks for calling, man. You actually genuinely impressed us with your knowledge of Notre Dame's roster. And everybody, this is a big day, a big weekend. Get a good night's sleep. Wake up tomorrow and then do your routine, whether it's smoking 80 Marlboro Reds or going to the gym or doing yard work or just being on whatever you're going to do it. These are the weekends we wait for when you're a college football fan. It's going to be a good thing, man. Everybody, thank you for all the support. It's been a hell of a week. We'll see you on the post-game show, whether we happy or sad.
I need you guys to drop some super chats for my man so he can get himself an iPhone that works.
Yeah, oh, leave me alone. I blame that South Bend signal, baby. Everybody have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh,